Welcome back to the Equipment Shed podcast. Today we are going to be discussing our way of bettering a couple franchises in the NFL with free agency and everything. We're also going to discuss the Combine recap. We're going to discuss my boy John Jones of the UFC, him winning the heavyweight title. We're also going to discuss the Grizzlies and their whole situation with that boy Ja. And then we are going to just touch on NFL tags and cuts that were made over this week because it all happened yesterday because yesterday was the deadline.
There was a lot of stuff that happened yesterday.
There was a lot of stuff that happened yesterday. Is that something you would like to get into now? Because I mean that was a wild day for something like that happening. I mean, seeing all the players that didn't get moved, and then all the players that did not stay with the teams they were on. Which some of them you kind of had an idea about, but what can you do? So you want to start us off? Let me hear some of your opinions on what happened.
Well, the whole Lamar situation.
Yeah, Lamar. That is
still kind of.
I feel like this is like one of the most outlandish and wild things we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
In a very long
100%.
time.
Podcast.
Probably a pregnant podcast.
You might have to go outside.
But yes,
She's
Lamar.
pregnant.
It must be a Lamar fan.
Hormone.
Nah.
She wants attention.
If you say one more thing, anyways, but
The fact that there were multiple. Well, this is kind of what really pisses me off about it. The same four teams that were all in with Deshaun Watson last year on trying to get him and give him the fully guaranteed contract. All four teams all of a sudden don't want an MVP fucking 26-year-old franchise quarterback.
Why would you
all of
want
a sudden you're all out of it. And
Why would
it's
you
like, it, despite the fact that he's representing himself, which I think that is a big part of it, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden these same four teams which by the way, none of them have a quarterback. Publicly. They also said no publicly, but they went to all NFL sources, like all the
They told
insiders.
Yeah,
They told all the insiders the same thing. They don't want nothing to do with Lamar Jackson.
there's got to be something more to that story, right? It almost makes you feel like there has to be. It doesn't make any sense. And
Also,
like you said about representing himself, like at first I admired it, and I was kind of like, okay, good for you. But now I'm starting to think like you kind of need somebody in your corner that's going to argue for you, but then also be understanding from the other side too.
Yes.
You need a mediator somewhere in the middle who's impartial to both.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, the agent's going to get paid too. So he makes him more money.
Yep.
He gets more money. So he still has an interest.
but
But he's going to be realistic with you and be like, look, dude, I know what you want, but you're not going to get that from anybody.
do you think the Ravens said anything to anybody? Or like
I
made
thought
some
about
shit
that.
up?
I thought about
It's
that
like-
as well.
Literally a year ago, these same four teams were like all over Deshaun
For
Watson.
touching McFeely.
He didn't even play
Allegedly.
for 2 years.
Yeah.
He had played for 2 years.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, he really didn't play for 2
Right.
years. And I mean,
That's
and
crazy.
I consider Lamar the same equal talent as Deshaun. Prime Deshaun.
I think
Shit, I think he's better than Sean. I think
I was
he's better
trying to be
than
nice,
Sean.
but okay.
No,
I
it's
think
like
he's
that.
better than Deshaun. I think we have seen more from him.
I think you saw Deshaun's peak when he was at Clemson. He has not been anywhere near.
He had one good year in the pros, right? I thought.
That was also throwing the D-Hop when D-Hop makes every fucking
he had two
quarterback
really
that it's
good
good.
That is true.
There's a because it's hard to gauge a player like that when you got a talent like
He did
D-Hop
not
like
look
that.
great,
Because yes, I do agree Deshaun Watson is good. Is he worth all that money Cleveland gave him? No. That's the reason why they're restructuring
That was
his
a
contract.
very Cleveland thing to do.
Oh, bro, the most
also-
Cleveland thing for them to do.
Cleveland is partly to blame for what's going on with Lamar right now.
Yes.
They have
because
their hand in the bag on
Yes.
like the blame wise.
Yes.
Like because you goobers gave him that fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
And now the rest of the owners are like, ooh.
No,
Yeah, we don't really want to do that.
Nobody else wants to pay their quarterback what they gave Deshaun.
Also,
that's
Baltimore
crazy.
Baltimore giving him the non-exclusive franchise tag is highly disrespectful.
I don't know if it's that.
I
disrespectful.
think that's disrespectful.
Because the problem is the reason why I don't find it disrespectful is because he is representing himself. There is a gigantic gap difference when you are representing yourself because you have no real people to fall back on. who can Lamar's mom call other than anybody in the Baltimore organization? There's nobody. He has not been anywhere else. So it's kind of tough to kind of put out like, oh, hey, we know you. Like she can't even, I don't even think she can tell you what team she would go for to try to get the money that he's looking for.
Yeah, but other big stars, Bobby Wagner represents himself. Richard Sherman represents himself.
All not MVP level quarterbacks.
No.
And different.
And Bobby Wagner plays in a position that is not as high profile as the quarterback position. Richard Sherman, he plays. I think Richard Sherman plays in a more high profile position on the defense than the middle linebacker. But
neither
Richard Sherman was the valedictorian of fucking Stanford. I mean, that man can do whatever he wants.
Oh, I mean, he's a high.
And
that man go also NASA.
Their deals got done, so they obviously did something else also.
Yes,
but
I think the biggest thing that they've done was they had the skins on the wall. The skins on the wall make a big difference. If Lamar had a Joe Burrow-esque, if he had anything that would be any playoff success, Baltimore would have no excuse not to sign him. But because he hasn't, other than the MVP, that's all he really has to fall on.
And you have to think about too the people he's negotiating with. They can't tell him the full truth. Something they can tell an agent, be like, look, we think he's the fifth best quarterback in the league. We're gonna pay him like he's the fifth. You can't say that to Lamar in his face.
Yeah.
That's now you're like, now it's gonna damage.
You can't even say it to his mom because she gonna go back and tell him.
You can't do anything. So you can't tell him the
So
truth.
you're already.
I think it's half the issue is him representing himself, but like, what the fuck?
You're not wrong though. That's still too much. That's too much talent.
And the fact that like, if they don't match your offer, all you gotta do is give up only 2 first-round picks. Yeah. I think it's a fucking
depending on who you are, what you can do.
2 first-round picks.
I can see it.
The Jets potentially will have to give 2 first-round picks for the dinosaur of Aaron Rodgers.
Calm down. Dinosaur? He's like 12 years younger than Tom Brady.
But he also got 12 more rings.
He is like 7 years younger than Tom Brady.
Until he went to New York and won them all. The Lamar situation is still ongoing. Which I know you said it seems like it's disrespectful, but that means he can actually be signed by other teams.
That is very true.
So maybe that's kind of like then extending like, hey, if it works out, you're with us, but if not, we're leaving the doors open for somebody.
I also think the Raiders might be the one to snag him up and do it and pull the trigger on it.
If you do that, you got to go all in. You got to go all. If you do that, you got to go all in.
On the Raiders.
Look at their weapons. He's never had an offensive weapons like what the Raiders have.
Oh, not even close. He still has a high level tight end.
And he still has a high. If Waller was to stay healthy, he's a top 5 tight end. So,
but yeah, you're right.
But I mean,
and they're retaining Josh Jacobs. Like Josh Jacobs, they're still working out the deal, even though he was tagged. So like, most likely they'll probably get. I guarantee they get something done.
Right.
So,
Hunter Renfro's probably gone. But
I mean,
but the market for wide receivers, and they have enough cap space, they'll be fine. They could do something. If that is an option, they have a real chance of doing something.
Plus, Josh Jacobs is a better running back than anybody he's had behind him.
Yeah. So far, yeah. I mean, I like J.K. Dobbins, but he hasn't.
I mean, if the Raiders could pull it, which I don't think it's even that crazy. Like, I could really see them doing it.
They're very viable. I will agree.
It's only going to take one.
So. How about Danny Dimes getting in the bag? Good for
that,
him.
bro. He got
good for him.
Why? So my thing is, why is everybody upset with Dak? He got pretty much the same exact deal Dak did.
Because he's a Cowboys quarterback.
That's the only difference.
That's a big difference.
Cowboys quarterback.
That's so stupid. Everybody want to get upset about Dak, but Danny Dimes goes out here and signs the same thing. Oh man, Danny Dimes did that. He did what he was supposed to. He did the best thing ever. Thank God Danny Dimes did this. Thank God he did that. No, that's stupid.
I bet they had pretty similar stats. You look it up.
You know the crazy
Danny Dimes is a runner though. He got them legs.
You know the crazy stat? He's never thrown more touchdowns in a season than games played per season. By the way, think about that.
So he's never thrown 17 touchdowns a year. That's crazy.
Look it up. Pull it up.
Pause.
Pull it up.
Keep talking. I'm pulling it up. Pull it up. Jonathan's
Daniel Dimes. Daniel Jones.
For your stats.
Daniel Dimes, you know, that guy.
Daniel.
You're going to be pulling up some weird stuff. You look up that probably.
But I think the Giants.
He had 24 touchdowns in 2019.
Liar! Liar!
What did he have last year?
Burn.
15.
So,
2019, he had 24. 2020, only 11. 2021, 10.
He had to have been hurt.
2022, 15.
He had to have been hurt.
Okay,
How many games did he play each of those seasons?
Okay, so I was wrong about one season, but still.
Yeah, see, I mean, he still has
Wrong
not
about
been
one season,
very-
wrong about everything. Because you said never, and he's not. Fucking liar.
I do think the Giants were very smart to get his deal done over Saquon.
And what did he get? He got
So he got 4 years, 166 million,
40 million a year.
85 million fully guaranteed.
That's a lot for Daniel Jones, though.
Daniel.
$40
And
million
he's
a
getting
year.
40 million in that season.
And
But you got to think the quarterback market right now. That's where it's at. It's
I know,
40 million
I know.
a year.
yeah, no, I'm not
4 years
disagreeing.
from now, somebody's going to get $60 million.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. But once again,
And when Burrow gets his extension, it's going to go.
yeah,
up.
Burrow's going to be the highest.
He's going to blow the market up
Yeah.
again.
Burrow, Herbert.
I wouldn't even say Herbert.
They're going to be up there.
But they'll be below. They'll be below Joe Burrow. There will be.
They will.
There will be nobody. Nobody will get a bigger deal than Joe Burrow.
But Herbert's deal will be bigger than these other guys right now because
It's going to be
he's
bigger.
fall-
It's going to be bigger than Patrick Mahomes. Yes,
Well,
it will.
Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know.
His was just structured long term. Like his deal was
Guaranteed money.
his deal was which I mean was the smartest
very
thing Kansas City
team-friendly.
could have done. But they were like, hey, you are our guy. Here's everything. They
But the way
What do you
it's
think?
$60 million
He
a year
just-
is team friendly.
no, it's
15?
the way it's structured. It's the way it's structured. He didn't make 50 million last year, by the way.
He did.
Are you sure?
He still makes that money. Yes, he did.
did he?
But his average salary. I'm not talking about his bonus that he'll
But
get.
you know how they do that, right? You don't just get away with that forever. It's backloaded. So eventually they're going to have to pay him more than $50 a year.
Yeah,
It's the same money either way.
10-year contract though.
It's the same money either way. It's
But
just
it's
the way they load it, they can.
But it's a long contract.
It is, but he's gonna get it regardless.
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
not this year.
Yeah. He's
Instead of
going
paying
to
him
get it.
50 every year, maybe you paid him 20 this
Yeah.
year. You're gonna end up paying that man 70 down the road,
Also,
whether he plays or not.
fucking Geno Smith over there getting the bag.
Good for him, man.
I think
Good for these guys.
First of all, I think
for
that
them.
contract. Sorry, my voice. I think that contract works. That was good on both sides.
It was.
Only
It
because
was
of the guaranteed money.
Well,
but
so
it's
here's-
still a lot of
and they
money to give Geno
It's
Smith.
it's
I don't need
70.
to take the risk if you get a better quarterback
No, yeah.
for the next couple of years.
I mean, I
After-
get that, but I mean, you gave him a lot of money.
He can potentially make 52 million this season and only be owed 20 more million. And so if it doesn't work out, I think after the second year, nothing's guaranteed. So it kind of frees Seattle, like they can just let him go if it doesn't work
That's
out.
true.
So
It's
like
good for both.
it was good on both sides. Like he gets his money.
Yeah.
Y'all get so as of right now, you
Yeah.
guys have a quarterback for the
Yeah.
next couple of years that was frankly, he was a top 7 quarterback in the league. So
Was he?
Yeah.
yes, he was.
Damn.
I think he was top 5 in QBR.
He fell off, though. He fell off.
Just the last few games.
He
I
fell
don't know if he necessarily fell off. It was more that
Nah,
that whole
he-
offense just kind of like
He fell off because the
He did not
problem
run a
is
game anymore. Kenneth Walker got
Kenneth
hurt.
Kenneth Walker getting hurt did not help, but
because their backups are poopy.
yeah, they never had any other running back until Walker came.
Right? It was just a
It was a rotation of players.
Rashad Penny played his
Yeah.
6 games. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Travis Homer.
Right?
Those dudes.
Dallas, whatever.
Yeah, they had a lot
What
of
was his name?
hot
DJ
dogs.
Dallas.
DJ Dallas, that's what it was.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of players named Dallas.
Yeah, it's a great team.
Then you got
Yeah.
you got Derek Carr, also Tim's favorite quarterback.
Nah,
Getting
yeah.
paid.
Number 1 quarterback on the market, Derek Carr.
Hey,
Would they pay him 12 cents a fucking year or something? What he deserves?
It was a 4-year, 150, and he got 100 million fully guaranteed. But the
They're just
way
throwing money out there, whoever.
so he's most of his money he's getting this year.
Yeah.
It's a $60 million signing bonus,
jeez.
and he'll be making like it's like a total of 70 something this year, 70 million this year.
70
The
million.
signing bonus was 28.5.
Or is he making 60 million this total
I
first
think
year?
it's
He signed a
So-
4-year, $150 million contract,
There we go.
including a 28.5 signing bonus, a $100 million guaranteed, and an average annual salary of $37.5.
Jesus, still not bad.
There's probably
So he's making
bonus in
close to
there later.
so he's making close to $60 million this season. So yeah, my numbers were just a little
Yeah,
wonky.
Spencer just makes stuff up.
Yeah.
He was close.
Yeah.
though.
No,
It's like Rayman.
it says in 2023, Carr will earn a base salary of $1.5 million and
Right.
a signing bonus of $28.5, while carrying a cap hit of $7.2
But he
and a
does.
dead cap
but-
value of $60 million.
But what is his incentives and everything he can make to the whole year? His potential full earning for the entire season.
I mean, it just says
Does
the
it-
base,
it's
it says
not
the
going
base salary and the signing
Well, the
bonus.
base salary is always going to be low if they front loaded too,
Yeah,
and they can give them roster bonuses and workout bonuses.
it was. But the way they described it, the way it plays out, like they only got to pay him like $10 million like the last 2 years or some crazy
Yeah.
shit like that.
Base salary. Whenever it says that, it's like a.
Also, speaking of the Saints,
It's just a
I learned
loophole.
today that it's like almost 25% of their cap for like the past 4 or 5 years have gone to players that's not on their roster.
Sounds like the Saints.
Sounds like the Panthers playing like 8 quarterbacks who don't play.
Yeah.
Cam Newton's probably
So they-
still.
I'm gonna say they still
They're good
pay
now.
him.
They're good now. Sam Darnold's a free agent, so
They're not good now. What do you mean?
Yeah, you ain't
They're still
lying.
not good.
Dang.
Cowboys tagged Pollard though.
Yeah.
And he said he's gonna play in the
Saquon got
He-
tagged.
Saquon got
He
tagged.
has
All the
to.
running backs got tagged.
He has to. There was nowhere else for him to go.
Running back's it's a tough position nowadays.
It's not a tough position. It's just not. Everybody looks at it as like you can just go out and get anything.
Basically.
I don't see
That's how they
that,
treat
man.
it.
I don't see that.
I agree with you.
I
but
don't
that's how they
see
treat
that
it.
because I mean that running you. I'll put it like this. Look at what Christian McCaffrey does.
He's an
It is a no because
You don't think
this
it's an anomaly?
This is the way.
How many Christian McCaffreys do we get per draft?
This is where that's going now. We're going to get more Christian McCaffreys now. Is that not what the league is going to? Is that not what Tony Pollard is?
Maybe they would.
Is that not what Austin Eckler is?
Are you comparing them to Christian McCaffrey? Like,
I'm just saying the style of running back is changing.
dual threat?
I mean, yeah.
So they're going to be more players like Christian McCaffrey.
So doesn't that water down the running back position then? If there's more of it?
No, because you got to find those players that can do it.
But
Not everybody can do it.
but
So there's going to be a mass flux of a whole bunch of people doing this shit.
Yes.
You're going to have to find the cream of the crop of the players that can actually do it.
But if there's a mass flux of players that can do it, that completely devalues
That's
the position.
no.
No, it just makes the position more dynamic than it has been in the past.
Thank you.
But
More
that-
players
that
doing the
makes
same
them less-
thing makes it more rare.
That doesn't make sense.
What do you? So the thing. So what I'm saying, I'm talking in college football settings. You're going to get every team is going to have a Christian McCaffrey on their team now.
Yes.
So now when you get to the draft, you're going to have to find those real Christian McCaffreys to put on your
It'll be
team.
harder because there's more, right?
Yes.
So then that makes the running back position less valuable.
No.
Yes.
It makes it more valuable because you're now actually putting effort into looking for a good running back rather than just going like, oh, this guy's pretty good. Let's fucking pick him up.
I think they're doing that now because they're less rare, and I think over time they'll become more common. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think it's just a difference of opinion is where we're at.
Y'all just ain't ran the ball before, that's all.
Not true. I was a wingback in an offense that is not used
They
anymore.
said wingback. I think you're throwing out some Navy.
I guarantee my high school still runs that same ass offense.
You sound like Plano Senior High. Damn.
Wingback, brother.
Bro, Plano Senior High been running the
Wingback-
same playbook since
Wingback quarterback
1967.
combo right here.
Bro, their playbook's still in black and white. Their playbook is still in black and
We're still in
white.
stone.
Bro,
Carved.
it's engraved into the walls.
As soon as you walk out the locker room, like, oh yeah, that play.
It's
The
terrible.
cave painting.
Oh, pretty much. It might as well be.
Right.
That's how ancient it is. But you know what? It was winning back in the day. He can still do
I
it.
bet it was.
No, the fuck.
4 wins a year now.
Yeah,
How's that working out?
yeah.
Georgia Tech. Triple option. Fuck you. We did the same shit, and I was playing quarterback. I was like, why am I playing quarterback? The teams we play throw the ball 6 times a game. How am I going to lead the conference in interceptions if nobody's throwing the damn ball?
You ain't lying.
It's like, I had 2 interceptions in one game. Like, all right, you're done for the season. What do you want me to do? Fucking wing back, I'm going on the end around, and I had the fast guard on my side. We had 2 guards. The other guard was fucking athletic as shit. He was fast. My pulling guard was fucking trash. And he was barely bigger than me. He just ran out there and just fall down in front of somebody. It's like, well, I guess I'm running people over or turning the corner.
I think everybody had that kid on the team that just run out there and fall in front of people.
I begged my coach to put me on the other side. I was like, if you have Thomas pulling for me, I swear to God, I'm running for 200 a game. I have nobody blocking for me.
Hey, Jonathan used to club people to death.
Oh, when I had my cast.
Yeah.
I could believe that.
Nice.
It was just like a massive club.
Yeah.
Still got to go out there and play, boy. That ain't no excuse.
Speaking of club, it just made me think of all that booger sugar.
I thought you were going to talk about
No.
John Morant.
John Jones.
Oh,
Almost
okay.
there.
Okay.
Almost there.
John
almost
Wick.
there.
Oh, was the
there.
greatest UFC fighter of all fucking time.
You're not wrong. He really is. I mean,
I don't care about
there
the
are
Who's that?
Who would you say?
Somebody who didn't cheat. That's what I would say.
Fuck out of here. Nobody. He did not cheat. What did he cheat in?
I mean, he popped
he
off for
test.
steroids.
That
In
just
the
makes
one sport, I think
that
it
makes the sport better. It makes all sports
not
better.
unless everybody else is doing it.
But he's also defending.
Everybody else has been doing it. Look at Overeem. Overeem was fucking juicing,
There are
baby.
people who've done it.
Yeah.
And they got caught.
All the sports are dirty.
Bro,
Of course.
But
it
he's
should
also
be level.
defended multiple titles, going on like 4-day cocaine and alcohol benders, not training at all for the fight, and then just showing up and whooping
and
ass.
Could've
beat
also
the
been
number
on
one
PEDs.
beat the number one contender.
Could have also been on PEDs.
PEDs at 165 pounds.
No,
He's
it's
won
yeah, they have
16
PEDs
straight,
for that for sure.
16 straight title fights.
Congratulations. You're number 2 in my book.
So who's better?
I don't know.
You
Not
say
him. I don't care. Just not him. I don't like cheaters. Not in the one sport I think that PEDs actually matter.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
I just
care.
can't. I just.
Level playing field to me. Like, okay, you may run a little faster, but there's too many people on the field. It's one-on-one, and you're wrestling and fighting another grown man. I think PEDs matter. Baseball, everybody should take PEDs in baseball. Please. More home runs.
Yeah.
More giant dudes hitting the ball 800 feet out of the fucking stadium.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
don't want to see that 2-1 game. UFC, I think.
I do. I regardless of the steroids, I just think
I know my favorite fighter is GSP, but I don't think he's the greatest all time.
he's
He's in an argument that would be
He-
the one.
He's
him-
got to be top
him-
6, top 7.
Him
like,
and
for sure.
Anderson Silva are probably the only 2 you can probably say that could compete with the greatest UFC fighters of all time. No.
No.
No, I think
No.
Conor McGregor's top 5 for what
Conor
he did.
McGregor's Steph Curry.
I can say top 5 just because of what he did for the brand of UFC. But
He's
as
the Steph
a,
Curry of UFC.
I would say
That's
that.
fine.
I would say that.
I
As-
have Conor McGregor in my top 5 greatest of all time for what he did for the sport. He changed it.
At 5B. Who else is I like Chuck Liddell. I think he did a lot for the sport too.
Yeah, but that was still early though. I mean,
It was. Well, not the greatest of all.
Chuck Liddell was more of a, I'd say he was more of a wave, but his wave
True.
was just, it was insane because he was still going out there and pummeling people.
He was.
And still getting whooped and still winning. So I mean, it was just great because back then in the UFC, it was just great knockdown, drag out fights. It wasn't like compared to what we got today. It's a lot more technical, but back in the day, it was just dudes throwing just in there banging.
Y'all like
Him and Ortiz.
Emelianenko?
Who?
Emelianenko?
Emelianenko? Don't know who that is.
Fedor Emelianenko, MMA.
Oh, Fedor.
I was just watching a compilation of his shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, dude is vicious. Dude is vicious, but I mean, I wouldn't say greatest of all time.
I also, by the way,
I don't know.
Oh, you're just okay. I got you.
I have made an
Personal
as
thing.
well.
Yeah,
Man,
I like
yes,
Krokop
it's
too
the greatest
because
of
he
all
literally
time.
murdered people.
Not as the greatest, I'm saying.
Who?
I mean, she's the
Krokop?
greatest woman fighter.
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah.
all
Literally
time.
straight up like sexual
Absolutely.
murder.
I have her
Which is
like
awesome.
up there out of all the fighters. I have her in the top 10.
I can make Rose as an argument.
If you're gonna put Conor in there, don't you put Ryan in there as far as what they did for the sport? What they did for the sport? She started female fighting. She was the Babe Ruth of female fighting. She was the first one to do it. Everybody got better.
She was the first. Nunez is embarrassing.
That was a great comparison.
Nunez is the greatest female fighter of all time.
I agree.
Oh my god.
Rousey was the first big fighter star.
And then Hollywood was like the first black woman.
Before all the Mexicans got it.
Exactly, you did it.
I'm looking at a list now that says Anderson Silva #1, John Jones 2.
See, only because
A lot of
Anderson
people have
Silva had
Anderson
a lot
Silva
of.
#1.
It's
I have
just
John
because
Jones.
he had a lot of defending of the
GSP
title.
3.
He has defended the title longer than
GSP
anybody.
And then Wild
GSP.
drugs.
It's just a fuck.
They have, I've never heard of this, Stipe Miocic.
Stipe Miocic. Yeah.
Mirko Krokop?
Krokop's on my top favorite 5 because he's a literal murderer.
Oh, he was
Awesome.
the dude was a fucking counterterrorism, like, he literally murdered motherfuckers for a living.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, before he made
they don't
UFC,
have
he was
Krokop.
a legal murderer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he fucked dudes up for a living outside of fighting. Like, he really,
Okay.
he was about that life.
Okay.
Daniel Cormier.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know I'm all about that cake and chicken, bro. When he did that shit, I was like, no.
But I think my all-time favorite fighter is Nate Diaz. He is my favorite.
He's
all time.
I can see that. I can see
He's pretty
that.
cool.
He's just a fucking.
Because you can beat the absolute dog shit out of him.
He's
He'll
just a
still be in the
dog.
other corner staring at you like.
He's just
is
a
that
dog. Like, it's.
it? You have to. He's not going out on a knockout.
There's something I
You ain't knocking him out.
I find him
Gotta be
very
some-
annoying.
Diaz.
It's just because it's the arrogance. That's where it's because he is
Yeah, I don't
super
like
arrogant. But he's more arrogant to a fault because it's his mindset. He's like,
You know what's
there's not a motherfucker in this world
Yeah,
that
he
can
did
beat
the
me.
fact
That's his mindset. So he goes in any room. He don't. Bro, he was wanting to fucking fight The Rock at one point.
That dude fights just out,
Just to fight.
out in the wild.
Just to
He'll
fight,
just fight
yes.
people.
him and his brother. They don't.
No,
I don't like
They'll
that. I don't
fucking
like
fight
that.
anybody. They don't care.
Yeah, they can fuck off.
They literally showed up to ESPN to fight Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith.
Okay, that's a little much.
That's so
Fighting somebody who obviously is not gonna.
He was talking.
challenge you.
It was when Cowboy lost to Conor,
Yeah.
and Stephen A. Smith called Cowboy a quitter, and he literally had his face broken in half.
Right.
Like his fucking
That
elbow bones.
fight
completely
was.
broken.
That fight was over pretty quick.
And the Diaz
should've been.
brothers took that as a disrespect to all fighters, and they were like, "Yo, we're rolling up on you."
See, that's so whack.
That's a little much. That's a little extra.
Yeah.
Like, just do a little Twitter beef.
Ain't no different. Hey, ain't no different than Conor McGregor.
For that
fine
situation,
double.
take it more serious.
Conor was a fucking fool.
Hey,
Still a fool.
Conor was a
I love
fool.
Conor McGregor. I fuck.
Still a fool.
Is he ever fighting again?
Yeah.
Calling out people's wives and shit.
Your
Yeah,
wife's in my
he'll fight
DMs,
that
baby. Hi, baby. Bro, that nigga was a fool. He laid on the ground, beat up with his leg in half. Still talking shit. Still talking
Your wife is in my DMs.
Fuck you!
Drink proper 12.
I think talk is cheap.
It tastes like
So it
old
doesn't
candy.
really matter how much you talk. Because it's cheap. It doesn't cost you anything to talk.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but Conor is back.
Conor
it up
typically backs
plenty
it
of
up.
times.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is
It's
back
a
it up.
risk reward situation.
Yeah.
If you
But
back that
But
talk
you
and
gotta-
back it up, it makes you
yeah.
look like even more of a badass.
That's
I
also
think-
part of Conor's thing. Like he gets into your head. That's
Yeah.
his whole thing. Like he
That's
says
true.
shit.
He got it.
personal. He gets into your fucking head.
He got in the Josie Aldo's head big time, bro. He got in the Josie Aldo's head big time. That was the whole reason Josie lost, because Josie was not ready for him at all. Josie went in the most tense I think he's ever fought. Because I actually went, because I think it was, what is that dude's name? The guy with the fake eye. Bisping.
Bisbee.
Bisping, whatever his name is.
Michael Bisping?
Michael Bisping. Yeah, you right.
Bisbee.
Yeah.
You only have one eye?
Yeah. He got it.
The fuck.
It detached during one of his fights. Yeah.
I must have missed
It was
that one.
wild.
I have no idea what
It
you're
was
talking
wild.
about. I feel like this is
But he
common
was-
knowledge that I'm not
He was
privy to.
he was just kind of doing his little review over Conor's career, and when he was talking about that fight, he said because he showed Josie's fight before Conor and Josie's fight with Conor, and he looked like two totally different guys whenever he was out there fighting. Because Conor had won the mental warfare before they even got into the ring.
There's just something cool to me where there are some absolute.
Oh, you see it? Yeah. It happened during the fight, I'm pretty sure.
I thought he had sticker. It's his
No.
I'm dying.
It's him talking to Steve-O about it. He just took it out and showed it to him.
Yeah, it was bad. I thought so. It was Michael Bisping, though, right?
Michael Bisping.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to make sure I was right on the name.
Bisping.
Yeah.
Michael Bisping.
Bro. But yeah,
Bro,
I actually like every time I listen to UFC stuff, I only listen to him because I really like his takes and stuff on.
Steve-O?
No, Michael Bisping.
I do like whenever.
I wouldn't mind listening.
I like whenever retired athletes do that. Like
Yes, I'm actually really enjoying that. There are a couple of those athletes who I could really care less for, but there are athletes I really do like. Like, we'll say the JJ Redick. I like JJ Redick. Hate fucking Kendrick Perkins as a fucking analyst.
Do you really?
Oh yes, bro. Kendrick Perkins
Is
is
a fucking moron.
He is stupid. He makes 0 sense.
I'm pretty sure he's on there because they know he's going to say something stupid. And
Yeah. It's like the Stephen A. effect. You know he's gonna say something that'll
shut him the fuck down the other day on first day.
Bro, that was good.
Shut him down.
I actually
Does
really
JJ
like that.
show up on the shows? I know he has a podcast.
He does now. He does now. He wasn't before. He
But
did.
now he's actually
He did
on.
like little come in for an interview kind of things, but now he's on.
He
First
pops
Take.
on first take here.
He's
and
on
there.
First Take.
That's cool.
He called out the problem with the show like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Damn.
Immediately the next day, right? And he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Because I mean, I do get that because I'm the same way. Like, hey man, like there's no sense in bringing it up. It's just like whenever we were making that joke about fucking having 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. Why does having 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl have to be a headliner? That should be a back.
The way I see it is kind of patronizing.
Yes,
It's like
for sure. It kind of undervalues what they have done.
Yeah.
Like, bro, they literally made it to the Super Bowl. That being black has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But Kendrick Perkins was
like
also
a sign
saying, he was saying that like the MVP voters
Yeah.
vote predominantly white Europeans, which doesn't even make sense because it's like over 85% of all MVP winners.
And you a fucking fool if you don't think Joker has been the MVP these last couple of seasons. That dude has been playing out of his mind.
By the way, if he wins it this year, he'll only be like the 4th.
Nikolai Djokovic, the center for the Denver Nuggets.
They call him the Joker.
Nikolai Jokovic.
Which I think is badass.
Nikola Jokovic. That guy.
Yeah.
And he is the best player in the league. There's
he's the best player in the league.
He don't look like it. He don't
over Giannis.
anybody you can think of. Name them. Keep naming them. Keep naming them, Jonathan.
He's smart.
Always.
He's just everything that he does is he's just too valuable to the
he does. I mean, he does everything on the court. Anything you ask,
And
bro.
so
He can.
was like
So Kendrick Perkins,
Yes.
he was saying that he should be discredited because he thinks he's stat padding. And because he's getting these triple doubles and things like that.
Oh, so many people do that though. So it's like,
Bro, they even took Johnson.
I mean, a lot of people stat pad.
Not
but
the way
like,
that he does it.
Yeah.
He does it. But he's averaging a triple double.
Yeah.
Per game.
He
But
do
still,
he do a Russell Westbrook.
like he's not gonna beat Giannis 1-on-1.
No,
But
no.
when he adds to his team,
for
when
for
he lost
for this being a team sport, he utilizes every player on the court.
and
the
being
most
a center,
valuable.
his court vision, ain't nobody got better vision than him. When it comes to passing.
There is not
He's
a better
insane.
passing center in the league.
He also he's also top 5 in the league for setting up.
Ever.
I don't think there's been a center that's given that many assists ever.
His assists, he's top 5 in the league for setting up good shot, good shot.
I can believe that.
scenarios.
Make him a shot.
I can believe that.
Yeah,
I believe it too.
I can
But yeah, Perkins.
If you need him to score 40, he absolutely can.
Yeah.
If he says, "Hey, I don't need to score 40, I need to score 18,"
and this
then
guy
have
has 15
15
9. This guy can
Yeah.
score
He'll
10.
do
This
that
guy
too.
can, yeah. He's like,
Oh, you need
yes.
me to grab 20 rebounds? I'm not gonna do that.
But also, Perkins was trying to compare him to other players that doesn't matter. They're not in the MVP.
They're not even the same style of player.
Not even,
And he said, "My Europeans," and he said, "Larry Bird." I know Canadians in Europe. Excuse the fuck out of me. Bonjour.
Yeah, I just, yeah.
JJ just wasn't. He wasn't having it.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I applaud JJ.
But Stephen A. Smith even agreed with which was weird.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought
He couldn't because he's
Bro, I don't know
completely in the wrong.
what Stephen A. has calmed down a lot. Stephen A. is actually becoming likable.
I just looked it up. And
Slowly, but he's not
Alright.
completely liked, but he's slowly becoming likable.
It says right here,
He's gonna get murdered.
Charles Barkley suggests Kendrick Perkins is suffering from ESPN disease.
Shaq and Barkley are fools. Man.
Oh, I
That
love-
shit-
I love
Barkley's
it.
a straight up fool.
They have.
He says some dumbass shit too, but it's
yeah.
funny. It's usually
Oh
not
yeah.
controversial.
Oh yeah.
He's just
They are
just an idiot.
Suffering from ESPN
they have
disease.
they have found something great with that with the TNT.
Oh,
with
for
those
sure.
guys,
That's
man.
a
That
great
is
lineup.
there is. I don't think there's any other show that's watched like that in
No.
any other sports.
No. No, you can't even say NFL Sunday Countdown.
No, and that was the only other one I could think of, and that's
Right.
only because it's NFL Sunday. That is the only reason anybody turns it
Right.
on. But if it's anything, it's background noise. You don't even watch it. I will sit there and watch Shaq, Kenny, EJ, and Charles sit there and talk. I can watch it all day.
Yeah.
They have such a great chemistry. It is hilarious.
I just
like
like watching Shaq and
Shaq and Chuck go at it.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that is.
And
the
it
best.
stood the test of time. They've been doing that for
Yeah.
a minute now.
Yeah.
yeah, they fought a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
And then they got one of the greatest shooters of all time on the court doing some commentary. Reggie Miller. It's a great lineup. Say something.
Reggie actually got a lot better in the booth. In the beginning, I didn't really like Reggie that much, but now I'm slowly liking Reggie, and it's only because Reggie is starting to put his personality in it.
Yeah, right.
He's not just going out there and just being there. He's actually.
Did you see what he said after the whole Perkins thing? When he was down there, he was at the Nuggets game. He was like, "I just want everybody to know I have nothing to do with what Kendrick." He was like, "Just so everybody knows, I have nothing to do with that."
He's calling him out already. Like,
Yeah.
this dumbass has nothing.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
That's my guy. 33, baby.
Oh yeah. Golly. Well, we're on the NBA. Let's go ahead and talk about y'all's boy.
John Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick.
Thing on me, baby.
John Wick.
Oh my god, that guy's.
Have you guys heard that it could actually be more serious than what they initially thought?
They said that, but it's not. I literally just saw something and it's not. But yes, it could have been much worse. They were talking 50-game suspension.
Yeah, they were saying because they did well, and it makes sense too. He had a gun. He's in Denver, which is
Where he
obviously not in
shouldn't,
Memphis.
yeah.
How did that gun end up there? How did you
Yeah.
get it there?
They thought he brought it on the private plane.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, then that turned into a
I
felony.
think John Morant needs to find some new fucking friends to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because you hang out with NBA YoungBoy doesn't mean you need to be
NBA
NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Like, you need to calm your ass
Yeah.
down.
A lot of people were making fun of him because he
Yes, 'cause
grew up in
he's-
a private Christian school
it's-
and like.
It's the same
Yeah,
exact thing. It's the same exact thing Vanilla Ice went through.
Yeah,
This-
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So it's a kid that grew up in the suburbs who's portraying to be somebody from the hood,
Overcompensating.
and he's fucking not.
Overcompensating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's fucking not.
You met some of your rappers you liked and started hanging out in the wrong circles.
Yeah.
Started leaving down that road.
Which even then, you're a fucking idiot. They're hanging out with you. You are not hanging out with them.
But here's
And that's what's crazy. He doesn't understand how much bigger he is than NBA YoungBoy, than any of the other guys he hangs out with.
that, and those dudes don't give a fuck about him.
No.
If
They are
something
exactly
bad
right.
was to have happened with that whole gun situation, and he would have gone and gotten in a lot of legal trouble, those dudes don't give a fuck.
They weren't saving him. They weren't doing
They're
nothing for
dipping.
him. Yeah,
They're
right.
dipping.
That was it.
Yeah.
It was over and done with.
in a weird way, it's gonna sound weird at first, but hear me out. Is a good thing that it happened to him because it could have been something way worse and ruined way more of his life or his career. Yeah. Luckily, it was something
not extremely serious.
Exactly.
That it's like a wake up call.
It was serious enough. It was lucky he didn't get hurt to the full extent that could have happened.
Right.
That's what he's lucky about.
There's some guys that like you could just you can tell them how whatever they need to do and show them the way all you want, and they won't listen until something smacks them in the face.
Yeah,
there were some people that were comparing it to the Allen Iverson thing.
I mean, I don't think so because I think Ja did what he did. Allen Iverson just seemed like he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I think so as well.
I don't know what I got out of that story.
But I
still ain't with the wrong crowd.
For sure.
Ja did this on his own.
For sure. Yeah.
He made this choice on his own.
On his own Instagram,
and then you posted it. Come on, bro.
That guy's
what did you think was gonna happen?
Right? He was not.
I do love his excuse. He just isn't right mentally.
Bro,
but just shut the
fuck up. I like that was a cop out. I feel like he wasn't being honest.
It is a cop out. It is a cop out. It is a cop out.
I don't think he's being honest.
He's not.
He's not.
Because he probably didn't feel like he did anything wrong, and he's like, I'm going to say what I need to say.
I'm
going to sit in timeout.
Honestly, I think they're doing it so that way he doesn't get in any legal trouble.
I think to sit there and say it's because you're not in the right mental state is bullshit for the ones who literally do suffer from actual mental shit.
Because my thing is, bro, if you are in the wrong mental state, why are you carrying a gun?
Right? That's
scary. Why do you have a gun? Yeah, but I mean, that's fucking stupid. Fucking, you might as well check fire.
Why do you have a gun? Because I'm in the wrong mental state. Why are you in the wrong mental state? Because I have a gun. How come you have a gun? Because I'm in the wrong mental state.
Crazy.
And it's rubbing off on the teammates too. They all like to talk shit and act like they're hard.
Yeah.
You are modern day basketball players. You make way more money than almost anybody who's ever existed
in probably the softest league there
exactly.
And I guarantee every single one of them live in a gated community.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Neighbors probably are a mile away from them.
And don't get me wrong,
you gotta get in your car and go down the street to borrow sugar.
Well, they're probably
getting flack for that. That's fucking stupid.
From certain people.
What?
Like, oh, you're soft now because you have all this money and you live in this.
Yeah, they are.
So they're like, they overcompensate, so they like.
They
fall off.
But he doesn't have to overcompensate for anything because he didn't grow up that way.
I know that, but he's probably catching heat from a certain type of people, and he's like, oh,
the wrong.
Plus, he's 23. He probably, But yeah, this is a good
wrong
thing to
circle.
Wake him up because he's not facing.
And he better be thankful it didn't fuck him up because he is young enough to where if this affects him in the right way, he'll have a great career.
This would have been a different type of headline.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
very easily.
100%.
He's also like. You acting that way. What the fuck you gonna do when you get in a situation when the other people are about that life?
Yeah.
And then they fuck you up.
Right. Look at what happened.
All because you wanted to look hard for everybody.
Could have been a different headline.
Yeah.
Look at what happened to the Migos.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Over some dice.
Over some fucking dice. That's stupid, man.
That's a good comparison.
Like you guys know who you are. Why are you even? I get it.
Because I mean, I understand he likes the lifestyle, and that's what it is. It's that rock star lifestyle that those rappers and stuff live. Is that what he's attracted to? But for what you are doing as an NBA player and as a prolific NBA player, I mean, yes, he came from a small school and now he is big time. Like if this is what you were working towards.
Yeah.
Like if this was the path you went, this is what you were this is what everything has led up to be. Why would that be the thing you do to have it ruined like that? Why? I just don't get it sometimes, man. And I guess what it is money makes you stupid because that's the only thing. That is the only thing I can see is that money makes you stupid. You got too much of it, that makes you even more dumb.
Yep.
But the only time is once you have enough of it, then you get to move into that upper tier because can't nobody say nothing to you because you got enough money to throw at.
They always say there's two things that accentuate who you are. It's money and alcohol. Whatever type of person you are, or whatever.
It just makes you more of that kind of person.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So
I got
he was
you.
probably already going to be troubled in the beginning.
Right, and it's like
And now he had the money, and now he had the options to fuck around where
money doesn't change you;
around.
just shows who you actually are.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it does have the capability of changing you too.
It can.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%, 100%. But you also have to use it in the right way for it to change you.
Self-awareness is very important.
Yes, and he is not self-aware at all.
Not at all. Like, didn't realize who he was and he's got a family, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I said, and that's what I'm saying,
Around
bro.
the
Like, yeah, what is the point of that? You gotta, and don't we got kids?
He's got a kid.
he has a family.
He has a kid.
Stupid.
idiot.
Stupid. Gonna throw it away so he can flash a gun on Instagram. That's the smartest thing to do. They better be. The Grizzlies better be thankful he did not get that 50-game suspension because
They're already in shambles as it is.
They're starting to fall now.
Yeah.
Because what they were number 3 at one point. Now they're what are they now?
5 or 6.
Six.
Yeah, they dropped like that?
John ain't playing. Dylan Brooks is suspended because he already met a technical foul limit. Because he's one of the ones chirped too. Like, dude.
Ooh, y'all see Pau Gasol got his
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
for him, man.
Yeah. Good for Pau. I mean,
Jimmy
I mean-
Butler fly out there. He flew out there for the thing, and like the very next day he had to fly, I guess, across the other side of the country for a game. Like he flew out there just.
That
I
ain't
guess it's really.
Pau Gasol's
that ain't nothing.
That's random.
That ain't
No,
nothing.
I mean they played together on the Bulls for a while.
Dion did it better. Dion did it better.
Refresh my memory. What do you mean?
Dion flew from a World Series game to his game in Atlanta.
Okay, look, prime is prime. Okay.
He did all that within 24 hours. That dude was on another level at that point. Because that was, I mean, granted he didn't play much in the game, in the baseball game, because I think he pitched hit once and I think he pinched ran twice.
Yes.
But that was it. So he didn't really play the field or do it. They just used him for his speed. But then he flew from
the World Series.
I think it was Florida. I think he flew from Florida back to Atlanta. So he flew from Atlanta to Florida for the World Series, played the World Series, and flew back to Atlanta.
Could have walked. It's not far.
It's not, but I mean,
I get it.
Hey.
He's the only person who's ever played in a World Series
Yeah.
and a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was on a podcast the other day talking about they told him he was the way he told those Colorado players his when he got there he told them some of y'all can go ahead and leave. I brought my own luggage. So he said it's Louis Vuitton. Talking about some of the players that came with him.
Damn.
They were telling him that it was like disrespectful to the players. Did you see that?
Well, you have the choice.
And this is what he countered with it. He said Deion Sanders.
What was their record?
1-11.
But
But this is
You're the problem.
This is what he said to him. He was like, they're 1-11. He was like, and I can't remember. They're ex-professional basketball players and football players. They have this spot. I can't remember what it is, but they're like, y'all
What
would
Shed podcast?
What?
The Equipment Shit podcast? Is that what you said?
Yeah. They're like, his whole thing was like, who respects 1-11? They're like, nobody. He was like, okay. He's like, I want to be disrespectful. I was being honest. Some of these dudes aren't cut out for a winning program. They're 1-11.
Not wrong.
He was like, you got to be real with them. He was like, I got here for being for the way my way works, and that's how I got here.
Brutal, but honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, I'm just being honest with them.
Yeah.
Some of
I
you guys
agree.
aren't going to be on the team when we play.
I agree because I mean that
You might as well go ahead and get out now if you know you're
Go
winning.
ahead.
That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. He's like, I brought guys who are going to come here to win.
Right.
You guys aren't here to win. That's what he said. You know, 1-11.
To be
And the
honest,
year before they had a losing.
they better be thankful they got the transfer portal.
If you're the type of player who's going to hear that and be the one who walks out, then you deserve it.
You don't deserve to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anybody
That
who
would,
is
if
affected by that,
I would think that would, because whenever you said it,
he's saving
to
some
me,
time.
it feels like it would motivate me more than it would be like, oh, well, this guy doesn't like me.
I don't think.
No, I'd be like, nigga,
I don't
you
think
I'm good? Okay, we gonna see.
I like the way he, I don't see a
Exactly.
problem with how he addressed those.
No, not at all. I don't think
You
he did
fuckers,
anything wrong.
y'all losing every
Bro,
year.
the problem is people are way too damn soft now. You can't be soft in sports. If you want to be soft in sports, go play something else.
White people sports. Darts.
Yeah.
Cornhole. Bowling.
Washers.
Beer pong.
Yes.
Water polo.
Water polo.
Yes.
Curling.
Cricket.
That's for
So that's not right.
actually a very universal
Yeah,
sport.
Very.
Played by
Yeah.
men.
My bad. I got a little carried away.
Yeah.
I mean,
Austin with cricket,
but
dog.
you're not wrong though. The Dion thing,
Water polo.
I agree with Dion more than anything, bro. That is going to be the best thing that happened to the Colorado.
I was to go through there and hold at each player's hand. What do you need me to do to help you? How can I make you better? How can I help you? How can you
How
help
quickly
me?
do y'all think you can turn that whole program
Immediately.
around? I mean,
Immediately.
some of the players that transferred over there are top notch
Here's
dudes.
the thing.
Yeah.
He can double their wins.
And there are
easily.
and there are more kids that are still able to go through the transfer portal to go there.
And the crazy thing with Dion, he doesn't even have to recruit.
No,
He don't have to recruit.
no, people would want to go to play for Dion. That's the reason why. That's just like the Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley. Caleb Williams only came to Oklahoma to play for Lincoln Riley. When Lincoln Riley left
right to
USC, he went right with him. But once again, if you are in the NCAA, you should be happy you have the transfer portal because at any time, like if the Dion thing really bugs you that much, take your ass on. You go wherever else you
Do y'all
want.
think at some point in the coming years that they'll find a way to like slow down that transfer portal?
They'll probably start adding certain rules and regulations to it.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like putting some kind of restrictions on it.
Yeah, they probably will. Yeah, they probably should.
They
You
should.
don't want everything.
I
everybody
think
going everywhere.
I think the only restriction they should make is it should be a 2-year wait.
I think so too.
So like in the sense, so say you are a redshirt freshman.
Yeah.
You go to Alabama. You are not playing at Alabama. You want to transfer out. Well, you transfer out and you go to, let's say you go to Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
You go out to Florida State. You are now the starting quarterback. So you have to be in Florida for at least 2 years before you can transfer back out.
That's the exact thing I was exactly what I was thinking.
Because that
Is that a new rule or is that?
no,
it's not.
this is what I'm proposing. Yeah.
So because the problem I know with the NCAA is, say, I go play for Texas.
You never would. Never.
Damn.
And that's just because that one.
You didn't want the North.
Yeah.
Word isn't even your code. Pick a different
So say I go there. My freshman year, I don't play. I can just transfer to a different school and then go to maybe a smaller school or somewhere where I'm going to play immediately.
Are you still a freshman in USC transfer?
No. Everything still carries over.
Oh, okay.
But again, though, that after that year he plays there,
Now you have to stay there.
no, he can go somewhere else.
No, you can go somewhere else.
And then after that year, he can
There's
go
no
somewhere
restriction.
else.
So you're saying there's got to be
You
a
can just
limit.
hop.
Yeah. That's what people do.
I don't like. There should be restrictions on it because that just allows these young players to just fucking quit when.
Because the real thing that it's used for is for those guys that are at lower schools that can get moved up to higher schools.
Yeah, their
That's
stock
what's-
went up, so
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
Other guys are using it to their advantage.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
I can be
So
a
they
starter
can-
here.
yeah.
And the other
I can be
issue I have
this
with
year.
it, the other issue I have with it with this whole NIL deal thing is other schools are like, hey, we'll pay you $5 million to transfer.
That's a
your
big
player
part
to
of
us.
the problem of it too.
Yeah, that's a thing now.
College players get paid now.
Yeah,
They can.
they get so Bryce Young, he's potentially the number 1 pick in the draft this year. He played for Alabama. Before he even stepped foot on the field for Alabama as a starting quarterback, he signed like a $2-3 million NIL deal. He already made millions.
Yep.
Without even actually fucking playing.
But then Ohio State could come in here and be like, guess what? We're going to make you next year. You make $10 million.
But it has happened. There's been players that are, other schools are like, hey, we'll pay you $3,
that's
$4,
going to
$5
become
million
a shit show
a
real
year.
quick.
Yeah.
So, and what really pisses me off about it is they crucified Reggie Bush.
Name them.
They,
It don't matter. Name them. They've done it to all
Yeah, they
players.
crucified
they
everybody. honestly.
crucified Reggie Bush for having the booster club move his mother over so she can watch him play on Saturdays. And now they're paying these kids millions of dollars
They
to
showed
play
their ass on
over
how
here.
they treat
Oh, yeah.
And they took his Heisman away. They won't even give it back.
And no one was okay with it either.
No.
Everyone was calling it out. Everyone.
No,
was okay.
Reggie Bush is still the Heisman. I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
what they say.
yeah,
He earned that shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't even remember who was second that year.
and I think
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the most absurd and crazy thing Like, they moved his mom out there. She's a single mother. Like, she wanted to watch her baby play. And you guys stripped him of everything. And now you're allowing these colleges to pay kids to come transfer over here and play.
And this is
It's
all while USC is having him sign all this memorabilia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's making fucking
Brass,
money off
making
of
millions off of this kid doing all that stuff.
Have y'all seen some of his
I was
commercials?
disgusting.
Oh, brother, when this commercial is the best one, bro.
Yeah.
They can't take this one away from me. Did anyone tell him it's limited time? He really hit that, though. That shit was funny. He really hit that.
Like, you didn't do that when you won the Heisman. He loves bacon on his sandwiches, man.
Yeah, he does. It has to be on a pretzel bun, though. It has to be on a pretzel bun.
Absolutely. I remember that was a thing for a little while.
Right? Yeah.
Everybody
it
had
was
pretzel
for a
buns.
while.
Just like then they got the hot chicken, the Nashville chicken.
Yeah,
And then they got this spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Pretzel pub thing. Pretzel pub
Oh my
buns
God,
are one of the
no.
things. Bring back
Death to me.
Really good.
They were not bad.
They weren't bad.
I actually don't mind pretzel, like the pretzel, like the pub pretzel bites, like things like that.
Yeah.
Those are
You know what?
decent.
Pretzels are kind of
like
underrated.
the stuff you dip with like
Honestly.
cheese sauce and
Like Annie Ann's.
Eddie Ants is dope. The cinnamon, I like the cinnamon ones though.
You would that big.
Hey,
They're so sweet. I can't. Dude. They're
It's the only
so
way I
sweet.
eat it. It's the only way I eat
So
it.
sweet.
It's the only way I eat it.
I'm just a savory guy. I don't do.
I'm a
sweets
greedy
that
guy,
much.
but I like my sweets. I'm a greedy guy, but I like my sweets.
I'm gonna get a dinner pretzel and a dessert.
There
pretzel.
you go. Oh, both in each hand.
I'm gonna dip both the cheese.
Yeah, just because.
I got icy.
It's like going and getting a sweet teriyaki crepe and then a strawberry Nutella crepe. And then you stack them on top of each other.
Dinner.
All at once, baby.
Now the greediest. That's one of the greediest things I've heard in
So,
a
man, your
while.
stomach gonna be fucked up.
Your stomach's like down there sending distress signals like, what are we supposed to do? He's got both meals in here at once. What are we supposed to do? Send it all to that.
Your stomach calls the cops.
Yeah.
This is abuse. This is abuse.
Good one. Now you just need to kid it and make it more funny.
Honey, what?
Huh?
Huh?
I said now you just need to kid it and make it more funny.
Kidding?
A kid?
A kid?
Yeah. Your joke?
Fuck them kids.
I need a kid to make it more funny?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Because you can't do a dad joke if you're not a dad.
That's not true at all.
Well, I'll give you. I got two of them. You can just have one.
Yeah, there you go.
I have 3 badass pets that
Give me
my
the
wife
social,
calls her
give me
kids.
the birth certificate. I need all that tomorrow.
Yeah, I've seen your dependents. Still tax season.
Still tax season. Yeah, make sure you pay your taxes, everybody. Make sure you pay your taxes. No, pay your taxes. Don't have the government come and knocking on your damn door.
You can
just
just
pay that
do
shit.
the
Be
IRS.
done with it.
No,
Yes.
there's loopholes. You can
There are loopholes, but you was not gonna do the research to go through it. So just pay.
Or you can just Martha Stewart that shit.
and go to prison?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to a luxury.
That was for insider trading.
Was it insider trading? I thought it was for
Yeah.
tax. Evading
No,
tax.
somebody gave
Oh,
her a
that
tip to
was
sell.
That
it.
was Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Yeah.
Oh, he definitely went to
fucking-
prison. He's black.
Yeah.
He definitely went to prison. What no luxury about that bitch?
There was no sense. He was a Pelican baby.
Yeah. And then nigga slipping on sandpaper
Right?
with the little kindergarten mats that you gotta pull out.
He was playing pickup with axe murderers.
Yeah.
I'm next. Yeah, you are. I'm not.
Never mind. I quit.
I'm not really blading in real life. I'm sorry. What we got next on the docket? We kind of tangented into a few topics.
I mean, it's been pretty good though. One thing was the building our teams, or I guess I shouldn't say building our
Something
teams.
about how Spencer's top half gets cold, but his bottom half doesn't.
Yes. So it was
Ow, that hurt.
building, or I guess making a team's roster better through the free agency, right?
Well, just all of it.
What do you mean?
Just
of
all
it?
of
I
the
mean,
draft, the free agency.
well, I mean, yeah, everything's going. I mean,
Just
but,
making their situation
yeah.
better.
I get it.
Like what would you do?
Yeah, I got you.
I take it you're very excited and ready for this.
Oh,
yeah.
Why don't you kick
I was
off?
hoping you were
I've got
starting
4
it,
teams on here. I
have one.
Well, you
Since
do
we said
your
AFC South.
one. I'll do one. Then Tim. Then you'll do another one. You'll do another one.
Yeah, well, I got
then
you.
Tim will do one, and then you can do your last 2 to finish it.
Well, I got Houston and Indianapolis, of course.
Go for
This
it.
guy.
I'll do the Titans. Like I said,
Alright.
I'm just doing the Titans.
So for Indianapolis, I have it. Well, I'm
doing the Raiders.
Eagles off of what you said.
Said I'm doing the Raiders. I was letting them know.
I thought we were doing the AFC South.
Well, he had already done the Raiders.
Yeah.
He had already done like all the homework for it. And everything.
Okay, so we're doing
Fuck
3
the
AFC South teams
Fuck the AFC South.
and the Raiders.
Fuck the AFC South. They're all pieces of shit. They can't hang with the NFC East, right?
100% agreed. Not even
Like,
close.
damn.
I don't know. Jacksonville might.
Jacksonville would be the 3rd best team in the NFC East, in my opinion. They're playing on weak ass divisions, some weak ass, sorry ass teams. Go ahead and talk about
And they shouldn't have beat the Cowboys.
Go ahead and talk about them. Who are they? Who's one of them?
Well,
Who's the worst team in the AFC South? Go. Who you got loaded up?
well, it's the Colts. It's okay.
Say that a little louder.
Yeah, we could.
I'm not picking up. Say it again.
I would not have brought in Jim Bob Cooter.
Why not? His name's so fun.
Yeah.
I
Without
don't
the
think
name,
anybody even says Cooter. I think they're all Jim Bob.
You
I
say
mean-
the whole thing, Jim Bob Cooter. It rolls
yeah,
off
you'd
the tongue.
have to.
On JBC. Jim Bob Cooter, baby.
So there's a couple
And he
holes.
said junior bacon cheeseburger.
Paris
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Why is that the best thing that slaps on Willie's menu?
Hey, you ain't
I don't know
lying.
what the bacon
It's
cheeseburger.
the only.
Not so much.
It's the only thing I get. I
Junior
only get
bacon.
junior
What is it
bacon
about the junior bacon cheeseburger?
It is very delicious.
I don't understand. I've been like that my whole life.
I only-
Baconator and
I can care less for anything else on the menu.
why is it? And it's the junior.
Spicy nuggets and junior bacon cheeseburger. That's all I get.
And then the frosty.
Yeah, the frosty, chocolate
Okay.
frosty. It has to be chocolate.
It
Has to be chocolate.
That's my exact go-to for
No,
Wendy's.
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I
junior
only
bacon
order that at
cheeseburger.
Wendy's.
We gotta figure that out. Why is it junior bacon cheeseburger?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I feel
it
like
tastes different.
I
I'm
feel
sorry,
like
but it
everyone-
It really does.
Gets a junior bacon cheeseburger when they go.
does. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a senior.
I can do it.
Seniors still get junior bacon cheeseburger. That shit don't change.
I got one
fuck
from
that.
Dave Jackson.
Fuck that Dave's double. We don't want that shit.
By the way, I wasn't the first one who peed. Congratulations.
Yeah.
To me.
We can blame Jonathan for letting the podcast back in.
That's okay.
We can edit this part out in future episodes.
Yes. Definitely in the
We're
future.
just
So we got, for the first time in a couple of years, we actually have very low salary cap. Past
low
few
as
years,
in.
there's 13 million salary cap.
That's more than a lot of teams.
It is more than a lot of teams, but it can be fixed. You can restructure our starting safety more. You can restructure his contract. Our center Ryan Kelly restructure their contracts. Cut Matt Ryan. It's a $15 million in dead cap, but you're saving $18 million in cap, so you'll be able to add to it.
Okay.
So they could potentially get to 33 to 37 million, depending on how they restructure some of the deals and letting Matt Ryan go.
Yeah.
Which, for the love of God, please.
Why would you let Matt Ryan go? You need Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is going to carry the team to a Super Bowl.
If we
or the
want,
toilet bowl. My bad. The toilet bowl.
if we
Yeah.
want to set, if we want to set,
Do you want Caleb Williams or not?
Probably not.
Right now, we're gonna extend Matt Ryan for another 5 years. He's gonna be the next Tom Brady.
So restructuring those deals, cut Matt Ryan,
Yeah.
opens up about 33 to 37 million in cap space.
Okay.
You let Paris Campbell walk in free agency. We got a couple of holes on the defense because the guys are free agents.
Such as? Who are your free agents?
We got 2 linebackers. I can never say his name. The defensive end, Ngakwe or
Yannick Ngakwe?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a free agent, and then Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
Not too many holes on the defensive side, but
We got Bobby Okereke.
yeah, linebacker.
Uncle
Yeah.
Ricky?
Bobby Okereke. Let's see. You got anybody else on the top 10?
Are you looking at just top 10 free agents?
Yeah.
We're talking about pending free agents from the Colts.
Yeah. And Paris Campbell's one of them, right?
Yes. So, with the 33 to 37 million, what I would do, if you can, bring in Frank Clark, replace his Ngakwe.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. And the Chiefs just released him. So you bring him in. We need to, I would say, patch the left tackle hole and fill it in next year's draft. So I would bring in somebody like Taylor Lewan, who was just cut by the Titans. Yeah. It's a solid starter. It's a good plug for the next 2-3 seasons.
You get him for veteran minimum, or are you gonna have to sign him?
No, he's worth more than veteran minimum. But you're not gonna have to pay him like monstrous money. Like we're not gonna be able to go out and get Orlando Brown. Like he's gonna demand top 5 money. Like we can't afford it. So you bring in Taylor Lewan, bring in Frank Clark, and to replace Paris Campbell, I would bring in DeAndre Carter from the Chargers because he's played under Shane Steichen before when he was offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
Yeah, not a
and DeAndre Carter's not going to cost that much.
No, it's not the same type of receiver, but I get it. He's probably going to be in.
And Paris Campbell, he has too much of an injury history anyway. I wouldn't want to bring him back. Let him walk. Let somebody else.
Yeah, how many games did he play last season?
He played the whole season. It's the first time ever,
right? In like 6 years. Usually he plays 2 games and he's done. It's like,
no, I can't go.
And then to plug that linebacker hole, because we can kick Shaq to the outside and bring in Van Der Esch. Yep. But it's. Well, first of all, he is a phenomenal run stopper. I don't need him
phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. Yes.
That's a strong.
As a run stopper, as a run stopping linebacker, he is
top 3 linebacker in the league.
Yeah, he's a tackling machine
for run stopping.
But it's an affordable.
Everything else.
It's an affordable.
He's above average. He's above average.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's an affordable fix.
He is a Leighton Van Der Esch is an actual. So
maybe the neck roll makes him look slow.
Yeah.
Even then, yeah, he's not that slow. He actually is decently fast. For as big as he is decently fast.
But pairing him with Shaq,
Darius.
Why did he change his name? I don't know.
Well, Shaq's his first name.
I get it, but
Darius.
It was literally in the middle of a game. Somebody said Shaq Leonard. Who the fuck is Shaq Leonard? And I had to look it up. I was like, you mean Darius Leonard?
Yeah. But again, Van Der Esch is a cheap fix. It's an affordable.
I get why I wouldn't want to go by Darius anymore. Very ugly.
Yes. Hashtag too ugly.
Hashtag there's a guy that we know named Darius and he's fucking ugly. He's ugly.
Whoa. It's his brother-in-law.
Yeah, gay boy. Not the gay's wrong, just for him.
And then if you can't get DeAndre Carter, because I feel like he'll be a decent. So I feel like he'll have a couple schemes. Jarvis Landry is another cheap plug-in for that slot receiver type role.
You would trust Jarvis?
For a slot position,
yeah.
For a slot position,
He ain't been doing much though.
No, I don't think you need him.
He
to
has
do
not
much.
been.
But you don't need him to do much, and with the limited cap space, you have to look at affordable replacements.
Yeah.
And that's what Carter and Landry are. They're affordable replacements.
Yeah, Pearson, MPJ on the outside.
Yeah. So
it's not bad.
It's not bad.
You wouldn't go after Robert Woods?
Absolutely not.
Darius Slayton?
No.
Alan Lazard?
No.
Nah, he'd be too much.
He'd be too much. But we don't need him.
You go after Juju? Juju won't.
Okay.
You know what? You don't want Juju?
He's going to be too expensive. Nobody's going to be too expensive.
You think he only got $9 million from Kansas City?
I feel like a lot of these guys you just named are probably in the same ballpark. They're not going to command that much money.
They can't command that much money.
They better fucking.
I don't think we would get Juju anyway. I don't think
you'd get Juju either.
No,
these are guys I think that we could bring in. Like I think they would sign. I think they would come.
Indy doesn't have that great of a TikTok presence.
No.
And for our quarterback position, which needs to be completely addressed, we can't afford to go and get Jimmy G. We can't afford to fix it through free agency at all.
So who's going to be your quarterback?
So I'm getting there. So we have the fourth overall pick. There's been a lot of rumors of us trading up with Chicago, but I don't think so. I think we stay at 4 and we take Anthony Richardson at 4.
You're that impressed by
It's not that I'm that impressed. CJ Stroud and Bryce Young are going to be gone.
By 4? I don't think so.
It depends on who. Chicago won't have the number 1 overall pick. They're going to trade out.
Yeah.
So it all depends. And most likely, I feel like they're going to trade. We're going to trade up, and we're going to take C.J. Stroud. I see that happening, but I would rather us just wait at 4 and just take the best available quarterback right there. And
I would.
I think
Anthony Richardson's a little bit of a project, but I think he.
If you want to say the most prototypical quarterback,
he's the most prototypical quarterback. You can fix some of his footwork. It's not that he doesn't have he has a great arm.
But you also gotta be willing to take that chance on him because you are going to have to scheme a lot with a player like that because there's no humanly possible way you're going to run the same exact offense you ran with Matt Ryan with him.
Well, no, we have a completely new coaching regime. It all will be different.
I would hope so.
And fuck
Jeff Saturday's going to get his guys in there.
I forgot Jeff Saturday. I forgot about Jeff Saturday.
So we stay
Jeff Sunday now.
Jeff Sunday, baby.
We don't trade away our draft capital. We keep it.
Yeah.
So at 4, we take Anthony Richardson. And if we can't fix that little slot receiver position in free agency, if Zay Flowers falls into the second round, which I think is a possibility, we take him because we have one of the first picks in the second round. We take Zay Flowers from Boston College for that third option.
That's probably the better choice.
If we can't also plug in that linebacker at free agency, we in the second round instead of taking Zay Flowers, I think Henry Tutu from Alabama would be a good pick with our second round pick. Would be a good option.
I think the slot receiver route's probably the right choice.
I do too.
Just because of what's out there, and then you're saving a ton of money, and you.
I really do like Zay Flowers.
Rookies usually play better than the slot.
He only ran a 4.42 though.
Okay.
I don't care about combines.
That boy Trey Palmer ran a 4.33.
Just because it's your cousin. Look, you know who else they said had horrible footwork? Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. I think they did okay.
Yeah.
They also said Joe Burrow's hands were too small. They also said Devontae Adams was too slow. They don't know what the.
Plus, if you watch any game film or highlights on Anthony Richards, his ability to extend plays, all that, like
he is a.
I would at 4th overall, I'd be okay with
He's
taking.
almost as good as Tim Tebow.
Did
he accomplish as much as Tim Tebow did? He did not.
So he's almost Slayers didn't.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yes.
He couldn't play tight end the way Tim Tebow maybe could have played tight
But
end.
that's.
Can he play for international? Can he play for the minor leagues for the Mets? I don't fucking think so.
Nope.
Anthony Richardson is not even close to Tim Tebow.
I don't think so either. Nope.
That's what I would do with the Colts.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Anthony Richardson's a way better quarterback. Not a high bar.
He said Anthony Richardson is
He'll be better
quarterback than Tim Tebow, which I mean you're probably not wrong.
Not a high bar.
Not at all.
No,
not at all.
No offense, did win a playoff game.
I mean, if you want to say, hopefully he can have a Cam Newton career. Just his prime lasts longer than Cam Newton's did. That's the only thing you hope for. Because
also, with the right coaching, you can fix some of the quarterback stuff, like the pocket passing.
Oh no. Sometimes you don't have to fix it. It's not as big a problem as they think.
That's true.
You just need the right coach.
I mean, you don't know until you know.
that is very true.
You just need the right coach sometimes. The right situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works out. I don't think any of these guys are. I'll say this: I don't think any of the quarterbacks are day one starter ready. They probably will be forced into doing it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think any of them are.
Because nobody ever wants to sit their quarterbacks anymore and let them learn.
They're desperate. Teams are desperate.
Way too desperate.
So,
And I don't think any of them are that guy, but two of them at least are going to be.
yeah.
And be like, sorry, you're a day one starter because behind you is a bunch of garbage. So we don't have a choice. It's either you or like some dude on a used car, like a used car lot. Or like the hot dog vendor's going to come out here.
Kurt Warner, baby.
And grocery back Kurt. And we also have Mo Alley Cox, and I think with the right system, he can be.
What does every street hooker need?
Mo Alley Cox.
There you go. That's how she makes a living. Sorry, children.
You want me to go? Okay, I got you. So, because I didn't realize we were doing the AFC South because it's full of pieces of shit.
If you'd read your text message.
I did read it, and I told Spencer to put it on there. And did you write that on there that we were doing the AFC South?
It wasn't decided.
That's what I thought.
Today or yesterday.
So that's what I thought. So
Definitely today.
Well, why would I have to put it in there? We're all in the same group chat.
because you were making the run sheet.
But the AFC South wasn't decided until last night.
Yeah, exactly. I had 3 games I was playing last night.
You can still read.
When?
When you get home, you can. Oh, okay.
Nigga, I went straight to bed.
You can read this morning.
I went straight to bed.
Nobody forced you to play to play a triple header.
Yeah, they did. My pocket did. I paid for it, so I was. Nigga, you gonna be out here playing these 3 games? Sure, you damn right.
Yeah.
But I did the Las Vegas Raiders. I just went through and looked, and they had some of the best cap space because their cap space was right at 39. Well, it was projected at $39.1 million, and this is after the car stuff and everything. So I was like, $40 million to work with. That's not bad. The only thing was I didn't realize how many positions they were losing, but most of it was. They were younger players, so it's not like they were foundational pieces of the team. They were just either like that nickel corner or that backup safety or like a player like that. Because I think probably one of the most prolific ones was probably Max Hollins was somebody that was producing a lot for them. But wasn't
like
really
under the radar kind of guy?
Yeah. Like he was good enough to play and whatnot. He was doing very good for him, but he's not a player that you need to be like, oh no, we got to keep this guy. You can go find you another Max Hollins out there in the streets.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Let me go with the Raiders because the Raiders also had the number 7 pick in the draft, and they were actually scouting to get that. What is his name?
The left tackle.
I didn't write his name. Yeah, the Ohio State tackle.
Yeah.
So I mean, and if
he's gonna be a top 10 pick.
If you can get that at 7, that will really help you. The only other thing I was looking at was their quarterback situation. So I was kind of thinking they probably should make a play for. And this was just me kind of trying to think a little bit outside the box, but going potentially for Gardner Minshew. Because Gardner Minshew is he is a guy you can pay enough money to keep around as a bridge quarterback. He has starter capability, and as you watched him play this year, he played very well. And if you have the talent around him, you see that he makes those right plays. I mean, he was doing everything perfect with the Eagles. Even with Jacksonville, he was doing good. But I wouldn't say Jacksonville didn't even have that many weapons as what the Eagles had and what now the what's their names have the Raiders. Because and they can also still go build in the free agency and get you somebody else.
He didn't have the same weapons Trevor Lawrence has now.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly. I think this would give him his opportunity with a new team, new franchise. Everything will be almost there for him. If they can get the Josh Jacobs situation figured out, that will help tremendously. You get that guy back and him playing.
I have been on the Minshew mania train. I like Minshew.
Yeah, I've never minded Minshew. Whenever
I thought he's a quarterback.
I was a fan of Minshew when he embraced the Uncle Rico vibe. When he did that, I was like, okay, Gardner Minshew's that dude.
You gotta love his swag.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I was just I kind of figured Gardner Minshew would be a decent fit. He's a guy you don't have to pay a lot of money to. He's still young enough where you can keep him for a couple of years. Because if you can get him a 3-year deal, that's all you need. Because this will be your only opportunity anyway.
That and he's not going to demand a whole lot.
No, he won't. He won't. And he's going to be cheap enough to where you'll have the ability to pay him and still keep a little bit more cap space to be able to get somebody else. Because I was looking through, I didn't really care about a running back. So I was thinking for their wide receiver situation, I don't think Robert Woods would be a bad pick for them.
But they already have Renfro. I guess
Renfro won't be. I don't think Renfro or Hollins will be there anymore. I think they will both be gone.
But they extended Renfro. They gave him a lot of money.
When?
No, I think he's going.
The last season, they extended him a 3-4 year deal.
Pretty sure I saw him as a cut candidate.
I do. I don't disagree. I think.
I mean, shit. If you do end up cutting them, I would move up. I would try to go for either Lizard or Juju.
It might be a situation where they cut him and they still owe him some money, but it still saves them money too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they owe him 10 and they cut him and they save 5.
Juju wouldn't be bad.
Juju wouldn't be bad either. Because I mean, I didn't even think about cutting Renfro because that would open up some more cap space for him.
Yeah.
And you would be able to actually make that attempt to go after Juju or Lizard.
Because Renfro's not a bad slot guy, but he's replaceable. He's replaceable.
If he would have done if he would have done a little bit more this year, if he wouldn't. And I know the injuries had a lot to do with it, but I mean, in a sense, that kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back. Was you paid the man the money, you hoped he was going to do something for you, and he could not stay on.
Why they always sign his contract?
I don't get it.
They get their money and they get hurt.
Or just don't do anything like Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, exactly.
You see those clips of him in practice? It looked like he didn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
He probably
I don't like Kenny Galladay.
I don't either.
So, and then I also thought maybe they could maybe go out and sign an offensive lineman. Now, I had to look. So, I think it would be better for them to go interior than exterior because if you're going to go ahead and draft that tackle, it would make much more sense to go. Because I was kind of thinking they probably should go for maybe a combo guy and either have him be a center guard combo. That way, if any, you can move him around your line and he can float around. There are
some good guards and
that
centers available in free agency right now.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean that wouldn't be bad for them to go out and get that.
Yeah.
And the only other real position I really thought that they probably should go for was the cornerback position because they lost a couple of safeties and they lost a couple of corners. But I think if you have a decent enough corner, you can cover up those safeties because if you have a corner that can eat up those first 15 yards, you don't have to worry about anything else.
You just got a body back there.
Yeah, it's the 15 behind him that you have to worry about. But if you got somebody that can, so I was kind of thinking. Honestly, I was thinking maybe them go after Marcus Peters.
I love Marcus Peters.
I do like Marcus Peters.
I like Marcus Peters.
I forget he's a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent. So because the other one I thought about too was, but the only reason I didn't pick him was just because of maybe the age factor would just be a little too much.
I mean, his potential
was Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Patrick Peterson was the other one I thought of.
He probably liked.
What about?
I think so as well.
Right?
I think so as well because it'll be. And because of the way the team is structured, there isn't a real structure.
Right.
So they can build their own identity once they start. So hopefully, if they can get all these pieces together, they can maybe mold it into something. That way they can go ahead and be like, okay, guys, hey, this is our team. Let's go out there and let's do this.
He kind of be like when Green Bay signed Charles Woodson.
Yeah.
Like, you're on the tail end of your career, you still want to win one?
Yeah.
We're building something here. We think we got something.
Exactly.
And if you wanted to go younger, Bradbury from the Eagles.
Yeah. I mean, he was on here too. He was on here too.
CJG? Gardner Johnson?
Oh, yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson.
I mean, he can play corner or safety. He can.
If you want to do that, I mean, yeah,
I don't
definitely
think he
can.
to the Eagles. I think he's too valuable for them.
True.
But yeah, that's who I was kind of going for. I really think because I mean the Raiders, they're still a viable team. They are because I mean a lot of it I think had to do with. Yes, you are correct. And, no, he's not.
He's a good offensive coordinator.
Yes,
he may end up getting the right pieces to make it work.
And that's what you're going to hope for.
Right.
That's what you're going to hope for. You're going to hope he can come out there and at least piece something together and salvage the rest of because I give it 2 to maybe 3 more years depending on who they end up getting at quarterback. Yeah. Because that's going to be the big decider for him. Because if they don't get somebody at the quarterback position that can pretty much extend his career, it won't happen. They'll be looking at year 2, after this year and going into next year, they'll be kind of like,
he's on the hot seat.
I don't know if we like this or not. So
Peyton Manning situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you had a great quarterback and you were offensive coordinator. We found out you don't know how to Whoops.
So who told you to come here?
Was it us?
we brought you here.
Straight out of here, dog.
My bad. We thought you was the other guy. But yeah, that's what I think would be the best thing for the Raiders, because I mean it just, especially with them being, well, like I said, with no identity, it's just something to salvage it. That's the best thing you can do at this point, because they still have a lot of talent on that team. There are eight players, and they are in a tough division, and that it would at least help them be more competitive in the division.
Yeah.
With some moves like that, because it's either bust or go for it, and I think they're built well enough to, hey, let's push in the chips now.
And I mean, it's
especially with
Josh
40
McDaniels now, because he didn't like Derek Carr, so the Raiders
Now he's gone.
We'll get rid of him.
Now he's gone.
They got rid of him, so that's something.
Like, okay, let's go get your dude then. Who's your
Who's
dude?
your guy?
Who do you want? Who's your
Which,
guy?
damn, man, like, if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets or stays in Green Bay, like, who the fuck else is out there that's going to propel them? Don't you? No.
What?
As soon as I said that, I realized who I was talking to. Don't you dare say one of the names I think you might say. Obviously, Derek Carr's gone, who wasn't good enough.
Mr. GQ?
No.
Pretty boy himself. What you talking
He'd
about?
be a better fit for the Jets than the Raiders, for sure.
I don't think would be bad. Maybe Baker. Maybe Baker.
No.
You know what's
Baker?
speaking of Baker Mayfield? Did y'all see the shit with the Niners wanting to heavily pursue Baker?
As a third string quarterback, yeah.
I don't think so.
I have no problem. What's he gonna do? They already have a first round pick in Trey Lance. They had Mr. Sensational, Mr. Relevant himself,
Mr. Relevant, yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Baker gonna do?
Commercials? Wide receiver.
Hey, the commercials.
He can rock the fucking turn.
The commercials
He's a
slap.
great actor for an athlete.
There was that nobody even knew what the Brown Stadium looked like until Baker
Couldn't
did
tell you the name of
commercials.
No clue. I know all I know is he plays in the Brown Stadium and he's friends with Alice Cooper. All I know. And he's better at that than playing quarterback than me.
Yeah, because I mean the only other ones that were out there was
I'm not gonna let you say anything. I'm going to my next team, Spencer. Go ahead, Nick. You're not saying shit. I don't want to hear one of your shitty ass fucking quarterbacks that you like. Give Baker a chance. Give Derek Carr a chance.
You can go after Jacoby.
You don't like Brissett?
Take Baker.
Take Baker. Brissett played better than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he really did. But he also, I do think he was very comfortable there in Cleveland. I really think that was.
Yeah.
I really think Cleveland messed up by taking Jacoby out. Yeah, I think they really messed up on that.
I think so too.
Now, because
really looked like
you should have let him go like the Seattle did with Geno. Once he got like, hey man, okay, you got it, keep going. You should have just let him go, see what happened to your
And
season.
he was loved. Everybody in Cleveland loved him.
Yep.
They gave him a standing ovation his last start.
As they should.
Great locker room dude too.
As they should. Yeah.
I think he'll play somewhere next year.
I don't know. It might be the end of him getting.
Nah, he won't be a starter anymore. Somebody's gonna get.
I wish he
Somebody's
would, but I
gonna
don't
pick him
think
up as a
Yeah, I can see him going to a handful of places.
They're pretty set with Trask. Like I think they're gonna roll with them. But
you really think so?
I do. But bringing in somebody like Brissett or like even Baker Mayfield, somebody with a veteran presence, just as a veteran presence.
You want to bring in Taylor Heineke, Teddy Bridgewater, Jameis Winston,
Gardner Minshew,
Sam Darnold.
You like all these guys other than
Andy Dalton.
You like all these guys.
You are in quarterback free agent galore right now. God, if the Colts could sign all these guys, right?
God, mediocre.
Said, damn, we might actually get Caleb Williams.
Sounded better than all the names I just heard. Shit. You take Jacoby back.
Yeah, round 2 Jacoby.
Jacoby,
Let's see what you got.
Let's go. I'm just gonna go ahead and start.
Yeah.
I did the Nashville Hot Chickens. I mean the Tennessee Titans. I mean, so they were 7-10 last season. It was a little bit of a disappointing season. Before that, they were the number 1 seed in the AFC. So obviously, big change. They had some people move around. They had some injuries. They're pretty much down bad right now. Like they're $24 million over the cap currently. They were one of 5 teams that did not score over 300 points, and they had PFF's worst graded pass blocking efficiency.
Damn.
Yeah, dead last.
Damn.
So they got some shit to do. The first thing they did.
That's worse than Cincinnati.
Yes, they were dead last.
And Joe Burrow was the most sacked quarterback.
but they managed to score. Titans didn't.
Yeah.
5 teams didn't score over 300 points. They were one of them. They got some holes.
Burrow's that guy.
They got some holes on the defense, granted, but I basically focused on their offense because that's a way bigger problem.
Yeah. Their defense was also hurt by injuries. That's where most of the injuries was. For the reason they were so good last year was because of that defense.
That's true too.
Shit.
I think they'll get back to that.
Yeah, if they can get that defense back to
coach.
that, yeah, for sure.
I like the coach a lot. I feel like they got coach right. They got Vrabel. They did hire a former Packers executive who has salary cap experience, which they're gonna fucking need it because they're 24.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: Taylor Lewan gone. Robert Woods gone. So to me, that's their 2 biggest holes, at least on offense. Is offensive line, obviously, because they were dead last, and then weapons. They have basically no weapons.
They got, what's his name?
Trey Burke
gone.
No.
Traylon Burks.
No.
Yeah. Offensive weapons? Nick Westbrook and Keenan.
Yeah, Westbrook and Keenan. That's what I was thinking of.
So here's the first thing I have them doing to fix their O-line. There's a free agent from the Eagles. Isaac Suamalo is a Pro Bowl alternate.
Yeah.
And he can actually play anywhere on the offensive line. I think that'd be a good pickup for them, and it makes sense to me.
Slap him in at left tackle.
They're going to have to create some cap space. I don't know how creative they're going to be able to do it, but they have a Packers executive probably going to handle that, I would assume.
Shit.
So that's the first thing I see. And then Woods, gone. He's not producing for the paycheck he got, so he's out of there. Burks, I like Burks. He flashed in certain spots, but his health was a factor.
Yes.
I think if he can stay healthy, that'll be good. I like Westbrook Akine as a number 3 option.
What?
As a number 3 option. And I think they need a number 2 option, or at least somebody who complements their offense, which they're probably still going to be run heavy.
Yeah.
And if they are, they need a wide receiver.
Well, they actually said that they're thinking about shopping Derrick Henry.
I saw that too. I don't think it happens.
I think it does.
Do you think it's a false report?
No.
I don't think it's a false report. I just don't think it ends up happening.
I think it ends up happening.
I think he's a little older than people like, and I don't think other teams are going to want to pay that much for the age that he is. He'd have to be willing to take a deal, and I don't think he, in his mind, is thinking I should take a deal, and probably not.
Yeah.
But I think he likes Vrabel's system. I think it comes down to how he feels in Tennessee in playing for Vrabel, which I think he likes.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna wait to see what they do with the draft and free agency, and then they'll probably either work something out or decide to part ways.
Yeah.
And he only has 1 year left on his contract.
True.
So.
If they can fix the O-line, I think they roll with him 1 more year. And if they fix the O-line, I can see them signing the Eagles guy, and then I can also see them signing Alan Lazard, who's also he's probably the best blocking wide receiver in the league.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
He's good for 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's a big body.
Ooh. I'm gonna say no. I think there's one better.
Who?
Mike Evans.
A better blocking wide receiver?
Mike Evans.
I'm gonna have to watch him still.
Mike Evans blocks the hell out of guy. You gotta understand, Mike Evans is probably one of the biggest wide receivers in the league as well.
Alan Lazard's pretty big too. He ain't small. I think we'll have to watch him.
We'll have to watch him.
Agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah.
Because obviously I watch all Packers games.
Yeah,
I see Alan
I got
Lazard.
you.
Yeah, I can't.
He blocks like a tight end. I think that's a good pickup for him. And then also, Matt Collins.
Yeah.
I could see him fitting in the tight ends. And he's cheap.
Yep.
He'll do just enough for what you need.
And that's all you need. That's all you would need.
He's a good 3 option.
Yep.
So, and then in the draft, they have the 11th pick. If Paris Johnson, the left tackle from Ohio State, falls, that would be a good pick.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, Broderick Jones from Georgia is a left tackle.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I saw that picture, guys.
So if that actually fell in the line, they could have the free agent Suamalo from the Eagles, and then a new left tackle to replace Lewan. So that probably shores up your offensive line for the most part.
Yeah.
Probably cheaply. And then you're obviously have Woods gone, but then you have Traylon Burks as your number 1. And you could have Alan Lazard, Matt Collins, and Westbrook Akine as your other 3 wide receivers. Not bad. That's a little bit of improvement.
It's an upgrade from what they had.
I just don't know what's going on with Tannehill. I don't know what they're.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. What do you think about the quarterback situation? You think
Malik Willis has a lot to work on.
He does.
He did not look good.
Well,
I
wouldn't say he's not the guy.
talent.
Yeah, you see flashes of what he could do. He's very raw. He is just. He's more raw than what Trey Lance
He's
was.
1998 WWE on Thursday night.
raw.
Monday night.
I know I said Thursday. Monday night.
Thursday was SmackDown.
How much could they save though if they cut or traded Tannehill in cap space?
Good question.
I'd have to look and see.
You'd have to see his cap hit.
But
2020. Jonathan,
what was?
can you look up Ryan Tannehill's cap hit? Ryan
2022.
Tannehill's cap hit 2023.
Yes, 2020.
Yeah,
It'd be this year.
It'd be
Yeah,
next
it's
year.
2023.
2023 is this year.
It'd be
Yes.
It's not yet. It's not the new
my
season yet.
God.
Remember? You did this. You did this.
It has passed.
That's not technically yet. We still have one more week. March
Yeah.
15th.
March
Is it the 15th though?
Yeah, it's 15th.
Yeah.
Which,
You
by the
did
way-
this.
which, by the way, these teams that are over cap, like Tennessee, they have till the 15th to get under the cap.
Yeah.
I feel you feel really aggressive pointing your finger at me.
Sorry, Nick.
That's what you get. Point all aggressive like breaking your damn elbow.
Are y'all ready to
You
hear
said
you?
cap hit?
Yeah. Ryan Tannehill's cap.
It's got to be in the 30s. 20s to 30s.
Something.
28. I say 28 to 35.
If you typed in exactly what we said, it should pop up. If you didn't,
I have a lot more information than I
Like-
can process.
let's see it.
Just read everything.
Well, cap hits.
Yeah, spot
You're
track.
gonna like this.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
So
I don't
2023
believe
is
this
base
is
salary
happening.
27 million.
This is how I would do
$5
it.
million signing bonus.
And I really like it.
Infrastructure.
Yeah.
cap.
It's a way for them to like turn their shit
Oh,
around.
cap hit of
Yeah.
36.6 million.
If they cut him, that's what dead cap is. So basically, they would save half of his contract if they cut him.
So
Dead
what's
cap.
his-
So if they cut him, his dead cap hit would be 18.8.
How much? How
if
much
he
do they
played his
say?
cap,
Get him out of here!
How much do they say?
Get him out of here!
So 18.
His
His dead cap is the savings.
Get him out of
It's just half
here!
of what his cap hit is.
that almost fixes their cap situation.
And then you
Get
get
him out of here!
They're going up in the cap space 16.6,
Yeah.
I think. So if you add 16.6 and you save 18, they'd be almost dead even.
Get him out of here!
Robert Woods, I don't know.
Yeah.
Taylor Lewan, is he getting cut or is he free agent?
he's already cut.
He's already cut, yeah.
So
He's
they-
free agent.
That, I don't know. If
They
that's
already
what
packed. They already packed his shit up, and it was on his front door.
So then they're probably.
He asked. us-
yeah, I know. I saw the video. I saw
So
the
they
video. I thought
probably
it was
saved
funny as
money.
shit.
And he already
Cut
knew he
him
was getting
hard.
cut.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
He
probably
said that
fine.
he had a great conversation with the GM. Like he was.
Yeah.
He knew before the end of this past season that he was going to be a cap cash.
Kind of figured.
Gotcha. So cap hit is if they stay, and dead cap is if they release him.
Leave. Yeah, it's what they would still have to pay him, right?
Yeah.
Is that what
Yes.
that is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead cap means like it's dead.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's money you have to pay that's not being used for anything.
Right. Like Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
like
making money.
Prince Filler.
But you look,
Shin Shu Chu.
dude, I was so mad when he left the Reds.
Oh,
I
I
actually liked him.
did. I did like Shin Shu Chu.
You know Bobby Bonilla's contracting, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking.
Dudes,
that's
they
so
paid for years,
That's so
man.
fucking
Years.
What a genius.
Dudes, grandkids gonna get paid.
And you know who got that for him?
Who?
His agent, Lamar.
He does need to do it.
But man,
And you know another thing, agents get you deals. They give you like commercials,
Yeah.
endorsements,
Yeah.
and shit like
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
Are you doing that for yourself? I don't see you on Fruit of the Loom commercials.
No.
Bruh.
I don't think I've seen him on any commercial other than like the
What
NFL
endorsements does
commercials.
he even have?
I don't think he has any.
The ones where other players are on it to promote the NFL. That's it. Okay, who's your next team, sir?
Houston Texans.
So I can go outside and.
The Houston Oilers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
They're actually
I can go
playing.
home now.
They're actually playing in the Houston Oilers uniforms one time this year.
I know, I saw that.
That's gonna be cool.
I like that. I like those uniforms.
Oh,
they
yeah.
should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Now, a lot of this,
Smart.
a lot of this is probably not going to happen at all.
Okay. It's
But,
okay. Classic Spencer Dinwiddie. Gotcha.
but I think it's realistic. What I have on here, I think it's very realistic.
Can I call time out real fast?
You just said I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's realistic.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're too stupid.
Historic.
Time out. I think they should do for the Hall of Fame game for the preseason is do a throwback jerseys every time for the Hall of Fame game.
They should.
That'd be dope as shit.
Yeah.
That'd be dope as shit.
I like that.
But okay, go ahead with Houston.
Oh,
Texans.
okay. So they have 36.4 in cap. So they're okay. They're not bad with the cap.
I thought they
I
actually would
think-
have had a little bit more, honestly.
I think D'Amico Ryan was a good hire. I think that
That was the
very
best
good
thing they
hire.
could do.
Now I think in order to set him up, they need to be patient. You are in your
All
whole
they've been
situation
is
is
impatient their whole entire existence.
I know.
So they should be. They should be. You're exactly
Right,
right.
they should be. I hope they are
You're
because
exactly right.
I think he was an excellent hire for them.
Step one.
Yes, and you're gonna Okay, but hear me out, okay?
Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds.
So they have the second overall pick. And I think you trade out of it. And you trade with Detroit. You call Detroit because they have the 6th and the 12th. Or the 6th and the 18th. Houston has the 2nd and the 12th.
I'm listening.
You give Detroit your second overall pick. And you take their 6th and their 18th pick. That gives you 3 first-round picks. That gives you 6, 12, and 18.
Divisible. I like it.
I think it's. I'm talking
All
about
divisible by
stupid.
6.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, I think what you do, you sign Jimmy Garoppolo as a bridge quarterback. Hear me out. I know, Tim, you hate this. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think this is good. Just listen. All right, you sign Jimmy Garoppolo. He's your bridge guy. You sign for this.
It's just you two from now on. I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
He's going to start somewhere.
I hope it's for Green Bay. God, I hope it's for Green Bay.
I'll see you.
I hope it's Green Bay.
Just because it's called doesn't mean he deserves the
Put it
G.
on you, put it on.
So again, booster over here. You make that trade package to Detroit. Now you have 3 first-round picks. You sign Jimmy G as a bridge gap quarterback. So what you do with this 6th overall pick, you sign Paris Johnson from Ohio State, who can play left or right tackle. Now you have Laramie Tunsil right now at left tackle, so you swing Paris Johnson out to your right tackle position.
Okay.
Sorry. With the 12th pick, you take Nolan Smith out of Georgia, the defensive end.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
Your defensive line was atrocious.
You protected your trenches.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that so far. And then 18.
With the 18th pick, you have an absolute atrocious wide receiver room. I think if he's there,
Nico Collins is
I
the
wouldn't
GOAT.
say atrocious.
I think it was pretty shitty.
They didn't have a quarterback.
Brandon Cooks is probably gone. So.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
He's going to the Cowboys.
With the 18th pick, if Jordan Addison is there from USC, you take him. If not, I would say Zay Flowers. I think
Love Zay Flowers.
I do. I really do. I like everything about him. He's a good route runner. The athleticism's there. He's a little small, but he put on. He packed on 20 pounds of muscle before the combine. So, and he still ran a 4.4.
Not possible. But okay.
Oh, that's what they said. I'm just going off what they said.
Maybe 2 pounds of muscle, 12 pounds of water, 5 pounds of fat.
So you take him. Now, to also fix the wide receiver room, because you have about 36, 37 million in cap space, you bring in DJ Chark.
TJ Chark.
Because you gotta make sure everything's gonna be
Chark
approved,
week.
right? You don't want to overpay anybody. So you bring in DJ Chark, even possibly Lazard if he's there and available. If you can convince him to even come to fucking Houston in the first
I
place.
don't think so.
To shore up the inside, the interior of your offensive line, Ben Power from Baltimore is a free agent. He plays left or right guard.
Yep.
He's probably the best guard available right now.
100% is.
You bring him in, you put him on either side. It fixes that problem.
You don't have to pay this man?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, but the thing with DJ Chark, if you sign DJ Chark, you're not gonna have to pay him like an ungodly amount.
So veteran minimum.
Probably. No.
What is with everybody?
Probably 7 million, 8 million.
Yeah.
He'll command something.
Between 7 to 10 million a season.
Probably. And probably for 1 season or 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Nothing
But he's not.
And
You're not
probably
gonna give him a
no
multi-year
guarantees.
contract. 1 to 2 year contract.
And not guaranteed.
Ben Powers is gonna be your biggest signing.
Probably, I'm going to guess 20 million a year.
So not Jimmy G?
I mean, Jimmy, you're gonna have to pay him
1 or 2 million.
I'd say he's worth.
He said,
What he's worth?
your left shoelace.
Do they need a washer or dryer?
Jimmy G will get anywhere between 20 and 32 million.
Okay.
You right, 42 sounds right.
Yeah. 42 cents on the dollar.
You trade Cooks. Wherever he goes, I think you can get a solid 3rd round pick out of him.
I think that happens regardless because he's
Well, yeah.
pretty much said like, I don't want to fucking be here. Which I don't know why you sign a contract to somewhere and then decide the next season I don't want to be there. That's on you.
Because he thought Deshaun Watson was going to be throwing to him.
But maybe D'Amico Ryan can fix his attitude and be like, and convince him to stay. And then you can have Cooks, you can have possibly DJ.
So who was their quarterback right now?
Nobody.
General Mills.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
General Mills cereal.
You don't have a tight end whatsoever.
That's not true. They have the big guy.
You bring in Dalton Schultz. I know he's not the best tight end or anything, but he is a good receiving tight end.
Upgrade.
It's
an
upgrade.
Small upgrades. You can't revamp them.
You don't like Gesicki?
Right. So you get Dalton Schultz. I don't think Gesicki.
You don't think Gesicki's that good?
I like Gesicki. I'm not saying that.
I think
Schultz is better.
I think he goes to Green Bay.
Gesicki? I could see that.
I think he does.
What are you gonna do with Tanyan?
So I think
I like Tanyan too.
I did too.
He's cheap, and he went to Indiana
clearly
State.
they had second overall pick, so clearly they don't win any games. But I think taking these steps and making that trade package with Detroit. And,
so they're gonna do all this and not win games?
It's not what it's
all because Jimmy G's the quarterback. You won. You almost made it.
I think that could bring you to an 8-8, 9-9, or not 9-9, but 8-9 record. Like you take a step forward next season.
Is this what you wish they would do?
Hold on,
or what you think they'll do?
What was their record last year?
With your second round pick
-2
or possibly third round, depending on where he falls, you draft Hendon Hooker and you have him sit behind Jimmy G for a season or two. Hey, everybody forget about Hooker. I
don't think he falls to him in the second.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think he goes in the first round.
I don't think he deserves to be drafted in the first round, but I think he will.
Bye.
I don't know.
But I
haven't looked that far.
I think it's like I said, if he does fall somewhere into the second round, you draft Hendon Hooker.
He has good tape. I feel like somebody.
I think he has great tape. He has great potential. You let him sit behind Jimmy G. Let Jimmy G kind of bridge gap there. Let him learn, and develop a little bit. And then when Jimmy G's contract's done, you ship him. You let him walk, and now you have your quarterback of the future.
I feel like somebody's going to reach on him towards the end of the first round.
I don't.
And ill-advised take him.
I don't think that's impossible. Yeah, I can see that happening. But I think if the possibility of him falling and he falls in the second round, you take him.
I see Seattle taking him at the end of the first.
But I feel like after the combine and stuff, people have kind of forgotten about Hooker.
Yeah, they have. His name hasn't came up.
His name hasn't been brought up at all. And I personally think.
What about Max Duggan?
Duggan's a mid-round pick, if that.
My Duggan.
But I like Hendon Hooker. I think he would be a good fit for Houston. I think that'd be a good future for you.
Now, what do you think they're gonna do?
Oh, I think it's gonna be Bryce Young. They're
I literally did.
They're gonna draft Bryce Young. He's gonna be a fucking bust for him. And
y'all are drafting Bryce Young. I'm not gonna be a Colts fan anymore.
I don't know how much more I would be able to take.
That's what she said.
I don't want Bryce Young. I know. I understand you don't know till you know, but no, I'm okay. I would pass on
Bryce Young could be the next John Harris.
I would rather them take a chance on C.J. Stroud.
I'll hold my opinion on Ohio State quarterbacks until one proves me wrong. Until then, they're all fucking under.
Every Ohio State quarterback is ass.
Even though Justin Fields is one of the best running backs to ever come out of Ohio State.
Yes, correct.
Oh, Chicago.
They got a 1,000-yard rusher. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's not a running back.
They have 2 people on the roster right now who rush for 1,000 yards in a season.
But I think
most teams can't say that.
If they just allow D'Amico Ryans to make the right moves and
if they allow D'Amico Ryan to be the head coach,
right,
they'll be fine.
Let him do his thing, I think they'll be okay. If they make I think the package with Detroit is very realistic.
Yeah.
Plus Detroit, they need somebody in the middle of that defensive line, and I mean I understand the off-field issues with Carter, but if you just trade up and take them.
No, fuck them. They're in our division. I hope they make bad decisions. Keep Detroit. Keep lying. Keep eating people's kneecaps. Detroit better keep Detroit. Even though they fucked us over in the last game of the season.
Damn right.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, Detroit.
I'm rooting for him.
Oh yeah, I still think though.
I'm a big fan of
about
that
time.
Yeah,
It's been staring at me this whole time.
it's about time.
You would get Pokemon.
So I went out
You would
and
get Pokemon.
oh yeah, I did.
So this is personal.
I went out and I personally bought this for myself just because I couldn't help myself because it was greatly priced.
So explain that to me, because
So
you know my Pokemon background is mostly like the OG shit.
So this
I'm
is
not up to date on this.
So these are the newest sets that they've been coming out with. So this one right here, this is one of the newest Pokemon that came out from the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon games that just came out.
How many Pokemon are there now?
Well over 1,000, I think.
I know about 150 more.
The
That's not
OG.
true. That's not true. I stopped around Genesis time.
But these kind of packs like these are just mainly for like the single card packs in the back because sometimes they give you from older packs so that
So
way
you can get old cards.
Yeah, well not
That's
like
a reprint, though.
not like old like that. Like so say like
Neo Genesis.
so this is no, you'll have to actually go and find a Neo Genesis. Neo Genesis, like things like when we grew up, you can't get. This is more of like, okay, you can get a pack anywhere from 2020 to now. Like any of those you could get.
That's cool.
But there's some of those like in the Shining Fates. There's it's the first full art shiny Charizard that has ever been put on a card. It was one of the first ones. That came out in like 2020, 2021, and that's probably one of the most rarest ones in that set because of its ability to be the first shiny Charizard.
I got you.
But technically, yes, Bulbasaurus. But technically,
You're worse than me.
I have.
It's not even Bulbasaurus.
But technically, the OGs, if you can find anything, you can find the fossil packs, the Neo Genesis, anything like that. Those are the ones you want to go for. You can get anything from like the early 2000s to the 90s, anything in that range. If you have something like that, that's worth some money. Even if it's like the regular bullshit cards, even some of those, like from the base set, if you find the yellow Pikachu with the yellow cheeks,
Yes, I remember. Yeah. That's my language.
that gets you just it's a common card,
Right.
and it can get you as much as like something out of this that's probably has more art, a secret rare gold card that could probably
Reverse
out the
holo.
box could get me $50 to $60 selling it raw, and you could sell that yellow Pikachu or yellow cheeks Pikachu for double that. And it's a common card just because it's from that first
I
set.
got you. Okay.
But
I'm following that logic.
Yes. But most of the time with these newer sets now, they have like your rares, your ultra rares, secret rares, and like your gold cards. But they only make so many of them. They have a list that shows you every card that you can get out of any of the packs, and they even have like some rainbow sets and things like that. You can go through and see everything that's on there, but you can see which ones are the big hitters that you want. You want most of the time though. You want the alternate art. Alternate art is the best thing you can get.
I can teach you a lot about sports cards. A lot of it translates the same way.
Yeah.
Different language, but same concept.
Okay. Makes sense. Oh,
You go, my guy.
got you. So this is the 2021 Chicken Panini Prism Football. That's what it says, Panini.
It is Panini. Panini is the #1 producer of sports cards in the
That
world.
it is. This is like Coca-Cola.
Food.
This is like Coca-Cola.
Out of all sports cards,
This will quench every sports card enthusiast palate every time.
like that is the most popular retail brand for sure.
Hell yeah. And this is the 2021.
Yes.
So what rookies do we have
Trevor
in
Lawrence,
2021?
Justin Fields, Chris Olave. Yeah, Chris Olave. No, Chris Olave is this year.
Yeah, he was
2021
rookie
was
this year.
Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields. Damn, that's pretty cool. I opened a bunch of
So long ago, I can't remember.
Trevor Lawrence, Milf Hunter, Zach Wilson,
Hey, that's
Trey
my
Lance, Kyle
dude.
Pitts, Jamar Chase,
So,
Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Justin Fields,
Oh,
Michael
so it's not
Parsons,
even like a.
Darius Toney, Najee Harris.
There's only that one pack. There's not two packs in
No, there's multiple things in there.
there.
Oh, actually, nope. You're
No,
right.
there's not.
That is a blast. So this is a hanger box. So hanger boxes will be 20 cards all together, and you'll get 4 hanger box exclusives. So there's 4 cards in there that are special that you can only get in these type of boxes.
Okay.
But there's 20 cards apiece. So you'll have your base cards, which are kind of like Pokemon's common cards, like that. Which, hey, maybe that's good luck. That's my guy right on top.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers off the rip.
You'll get some inserts, which is like, it'll be a different card design, and then you'll have some rookies, and then you'll have some, basically have some cards that are colored.
I will say I do see a couple of these hoes sparkling in the background, and they're making me very interested. So,
I know that.
It's always a good thing.
I know nothing about them as well. So.
I
Like I said, I only got this because it was greatly priced, and it looked like something that could be worth it. And I was like,
It's just funny you picked like probably the best thing to do. It's not the most expensive, it's not the cheapest. It's
yeah,
like,
and I, it was just
it's the best value. Is that like?
I wouldn't even say the best value, it's just the most popular.
Okay.
Like it's a Toyota Camry. It's Coca-Cola. Like you're not gonna go wrong.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll say this, like sports cards are like they're like lottery tickets. Like buying cards and ripping
Can you
them,
see it, Jonathan?
it's like it's the most fun you can have,
On
but
the
you can
ca-
also
on the
waste
camera,
it.
fool. No.
No, of course
I
not.
already kind of figured.
No, of course not.
It's a lottery ticket.
Okay.
So like you're not guaranteed anything, and you could get something massive out of it, or you get
Yeah.
absolutely nothing out
So
of it.
we got Aaron Rodgers off the rip. Got his 2020 stats on here. Man is ass.
He went MVP.
Those are MVP stats.
See, you can't see it, but it's Tyrann Mathieu up next. That boy Tyrann Mathieu, old Honey Badger himself.
Wasting away in New Orleans.
You ain't lying. Let's see.
Wild to me that the Chiefs didn't want to keep him.
I know, yeah, I didn't think that either. I thought they would have kept him.
They didn't even try.
Oh, Honey Badger.
Maybe he was asking too much. You never know.
That's true.
Well, good thing this guy ain't. Trey Davis White.
Andre Davis White? Yeah.
Buddy's card is all kinds of fucking scratched up.
Is it really?
Yeah, look at it.
Fucking Panini.
I know.
How did that happen?
Where's it scratched at?
You don't see the lines going through it?
I think those are the.
Is that just how it's made?
I think those are the field lines. Talking about on the grass.
No.
Minefields.
Look by his elbow on the side of the card.
Look at his weenus.
Yeah. Oh damn! And there's some on the right side too. The light wasn't hitting it right.
He is a scratch.
This one was
Yeah.
that too.
Fucking Panini quality
How
control.
do they get scratched?
Oh, but I did get
Off the
a.
press.
I got a Jerome Bettis, my boy, the boss himself.
It's probably worth about 24 cents.
Hey, 24 cents, right here. Then I got Sam Darnold.
Go.
Oh yeah, the goat of Carolina.
You got to be good enough to make, the printing press. So, just kidding. They put a lot of back.
Well, we got a Denzel Award.
I see some color at the end of that. I like it.
No, bro, there's a
Okay.
couple of them that are back there sparkling.
Okay.
Got a Denzel Award. Nobody can see it, but
So,
Denzel Award
I'll say the best thing you can expect out of a retail box or pack,
like this.
yeah, would be a rookie card, but it's a parallel. Parallel's just color.
Okay.
Like anything that doesn't look like that. So
Okay.
either it'll be like a rainbow effect, which is called silver, or it'll be
Yeah.
like red. Like what did they say? Red ice. Yeah, red ice. So red ice actually looks badass.
Yeah.
It's like looks like broken ice.
Then we got Spencer's boy Hayden Hurst. Oh, slow down.
I like
Your
hers.
mic was.
Of course you do. You think anything is mediocre.
I just think he was a good fit for what the Bengals needed at that.
Oh, is it real? Can
Yeah.
can you see it?
Because they need
I
to
think it might be too much.
Oh, no, he did okay for him.
Exactly. You did mediocre.
He was a good fourth option.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay, nay.
When you have that wide receiver core, you don't need a stud.
I love
tight
this,
end.
Jonathan.
Do you like anybody that's like MVP level that's like really good?
I like Joe Burrow.
Okay.
If anybody
Alright.
can see it. Hell yeah.
I like
Hayden Hurst, so trash ass. Just because I want to show you the
Chocolate
bus again, because it's the bus.
chocolate milk.
You know, everybody loves the bus. Then we got
Just
good old Drew sample.
Chocolate milk is pretty easy to make and it's
Drew
delicious.
sample. Remember, these are the Panini cards, Prism.
Chicken panini.
Damn right.
That's so hungry.
Got that boy Marcus May for the New York Jets, which the Jets actually might have some things they need to work through because it looks like they can be good, but if Milf Hunter is there, it's not going to be
They're
good.
going to be real good whenever they
So,
see Aaron Rodgers.
I don't
I don't
understand.
mind this one.
I don't
Or Kyle Van
understand.
Noy.
Okay.
With Kyle Van Noy, I mean, I'm more of a fan of Kyle Van Noy than anything else, just because that dude is a beast. He plays hard as shit, even through anything. He don't really care.
So, do you think it would be better for the Jets to try to make a push for Lamar over Rodgers?
I don't think so.
As we were talking
Because
about,
how long is Rodgers realistically going to play?
Exactly.
Three more.
That's the thing. I think
two more.
the way the Jets
I
are
agree.
built right now, I think that all they need is a guy who's going to play 2 years, 3 max, maybe win them a Super Bowl, and then they
Yeah.
can get their franchise guy. If they get
Ah,
Lamar, they're
bitch.
stuck with him for a while.
I
Not
got-
that that's a bad thing.
I almost got a little excited.
Yeah,
but
I get what you're
it
saying.
wasn't. But this is a Brandon Cooks. I mean, as we were talking about Houston, we fucking pulled Brandon Cooks. He's gonna be a Cowboy next year. But I saw the rookie card, and I thought it said Justin Jefferson, and I was about to
Wrong
be
year,
like,
my guy.
I was about to be like, what the hell?
I would have been that. Who is it?
Jamar Jefferson for the Detroit Lions.
Hey, you got Green.
Green Aaron Donald.
Green Aaron Donald. That's
Nothing.
basically nothing.
But I do like Aaron Donald though. Aaron Donald is the
Greatest defensive lineman to
Ever play?
Ever.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Yes.
I think all around.
You like it,
yeah,
John?
I think
You like
he's
it?
the greatest defensive
That
lineman.
boy Aaron Donald. That dude. I do like the Aaron Donald card. There's your.
That's actually really good.
You
That's
think
actually
so?
really good. No, it's really good. You got so that's called a silver because it had you see the little holographic effect.
Yeah,
it has?
yeah.
So those are actually I wouldn't say totally uncommon, but like I don't know how to explain it. Like, you got
It's uncommon, but
Well,
it's not so
you
common.
got a holographic of one of the best cards you can get out of there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not numbered, which means it's not super rare, but it's not uncommon. That's actually, and I think it's pretty well centered too.
Look, the fucking Kyle Van Noy popped up again.
Nice. That's red ice.
Red
You see how it
ice.
looks like cracked
Yeah,
ice
yeah.
effect? Dude, and this is actually centered really well.
Kyle Van Noy again, that dude. The card actually does look really nice.
I like the red ice effect. That's actually one of my favorites. That's probably a throwback. Yeah. Rich Gannon.
Rich Gannon.
Rich Gannon.
Oh, Rich Gannon from
Big
the
fan of Rich Gannon.
Oakland Raiders.
Dude, we actually got a good one.
Yeah.
I was like, we ain't gonna open shit. I'm not gonna have anything to talk about.
Why is that?
It's a little more uncommon than most.
This one's just funny.
What?
Plexico Burris. That man out here shooting himself.
If you want gun season tips, you call
Learn it from
Plexico
Plexico Burris,
That's
yes. Good old Plexico Burris. That's fucking funny.
What a goober, shooting himself in the leg.
What a fucking good.
Yeah, I don't mind that one either. Got a rookie card for Asante Samuel Jr.
Okay. No,
I like it.
Is it just a base?
It's the
Oh, that's not bad. Red ice. Okay.
You think his dad's a Hall of Famer?
Borderline.
the last one's a Joe Burrow, and it's the hype card.
I don't think that's anything.
You
I
don't-
could be wrong. Is it? No. Unfortunately,
It's
not.
nothing.
No. Not much. Maybe a couple bucks.
Joey
This
Burrow,
one.
$10,000.
right?
No. You would have seen me.
Tim would have just took it right. I'll be back, guys.
They don't know what the fuck this is. Bye. Sorry, this is trash. Let me go throw it away real quick. Hell no. It's really, really hard to
Did you
get
see,
something that valuable out of that.
Yeah.
Your Pokemon cards remind me of Blake Martinez, so he retired, right?
Mhm.
He made $7 million last year selling Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
He played for the Raiders this last season or whatever on a $4 million
salary.
Okay, I'll say this. How much did you pay for this box?
I think it was 35.
You way more than made your money back. I'll say that.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting.
Wait a second.
No, I didn't.
No. Hold on. Wait.
$10,000.
Well, damn. First of all, the back is way off center for some reason, even though the front isn't, which is disappointing. Not that hurts a lot, but this is a photo variation. So there's his card, it's a base card, and it's a different picture of him. So this is even more rare, and it's a silver. So a PSA 10 of this sells for like $250.
Okay.
And it's probably a 9 just because I wish I hadn't turned it over, but the 9 is way off center. The back is way off center for some reason. So it's probably a 9, but it's still pretty rare. I would say, I don't know, 125, 130 bucks.
I didn't know the Joe Burrow one was
Wow.
gonna be.
No, like, you way more than your money back, for sure. Like, I'm gonna do a submission. I can send this in and get it graded, and
See what it
I can give
does.
you, well, no, I can give you the money back. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm already sending cards in. If you just want to give me $25 to get it graded,
okay. I see what you're saying.
and whatever it gets, I'll sell it
Yeah.
for you if you want, and I'll give you the money for it.
Is there anything else worth it?
No,
No.
just this. But this, I was surprised. Usually, what happens is you're lucky if you get your money back.
Yeah.
And you got to buy 3 or 4 of the same thing. It's just like a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
You buy the first 3, hoping one of them gives you like $25 if you all them were 5 or something.
Yeah.
Sports cards are pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
But the only thing that's different is they have retail and they have hobby. Hobby is way more expensive, but you're way more likely to get like a better card.
Yeah.
Like they'll give you more cards and you'll get numbered cards and you'll get like autographs and shit like that. You can hit those in retail, it's just very uncommon.
Gotcha.
But if you spend the money to get hobby, like they reward you for buying that basically. Like, dude, they have some brands that are like $2,000, $4,000, $10,000 for like a case, like a box.
Jeez. Now see, those sound like the Pokemon cards.
Those ones, those ones that Drake has.
Yeah.
Drake was buying it's called National Treasures, and he was trying to find. There's a logo man. Like they took a logo, the NBA logo, off of a Kobe Bryant jersey, a Michael Jordan jersey.
Oh yeah, I've seen
and
that.
It's one of one.
I've
he was
seen that.
opening. They're $8,000 a case, and he bought like so many fucking cases.
Wow.
And there's only like 8 cards in each one. He's just ripping through all of them trying to find that one card.
Wow.
Never got it. But it was a drop in the bucket. That he didn't
Yeah,
have.
for sure.
Dude, this is actually pretty fucking cool. Like
As long as it was worth it.
it was more than worth it. Like, I don't know.
Like I said, I didn't know nothing about it. I was just like, screw it. Let's just give it a chance. And what's funny is this was a pack that was. So my philosophy is I never take the first one off of the rack. I never do that. If I do anything, I take the first 2 or 3 off, and I'll get anything behind that. But this was literally the first box that was on top that was sitting behind everything, and I was just like, all right, because I didn't want to mess up. Yeah, I didn't want to mess up the feng shui of where all the cards and stuff were set up. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I was like, I'll just keep it like this.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah,
You can sell it raw for $25 to $40.
it's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I say we hold on to it
Hey, that's fine.
just to see what he does. Because it's not. It's
I
not,
know. I have
It's
no
not
word
nothing
with-
crazy, but if he ends up having a better season, then it could be. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I'm not saying it's Patrick Mahomes, but if he.
There, take it with you.
Let me see Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Patty.
What do you think Patrick Mahomes' same version of that exact same card for PSA 10 goes for?
A couple grand.
I just told you his
What's $250?
of that one. Yeah.
800. Less, more.
It's Patrick Mahomes.
$2,500.
You gotta think Justin Fields hasn't accomplished a fucking thing yet. Patrick Mahomes has already won 2 Super Bowls and went to.
So Patrick Mahomes is going to be worth, what'd you say?
$2,500.
So 20, like 2,500.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a PSA 10 of basically the exact same thing, except that Justin Fields is a little more rare because it's a variation. It's a different photo.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes is just the regular but holographic version.
Okay.
But PSA 10.
We'll say
The last one sold.
5,000.
The last one sold yesterday. You're not far off.
What was it?
4,300.
4,300.
But the one before that was 4,900. So there's a big. Somebody got to steal it. But,
Yeah.
yeah. Bro.
You take those with you. Do what you got to do.
Okay, I got you, my dude.
Nick,
Yes.
you cooking dinner?
Yeah. Just go wait at the table.
At the table?
And yeah, you wait. You make sure you got your plate and your silverware. I'll put it right on the table.
Card shows an hour this weekend.
Is it this weekend? Ah, fuck. I
It's okay,
I thought it was. I couldn't remember. If
They
it
got
was
one
or
every
not.
3 months, man.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
January, March, May.
what time?
July.
What time are you thinking about going? Because if I can maneuver, because since I'm on call, if I can maneuver some stuff around. Okay. I'll probably see if I can't, like if I don't get a call or something, and if I do end up getting a call in the morning, I'll just let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna go to this thing, and Alan,
It's from
you'll have to
9:30 to 6.
give me some time to get back. So.
It's 9:30 to 6. Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And trade nights 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. and I'll be there for that too probably.
6 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah. That's trade night. That's when you go there with all the other people that are just like visiting. Like there's no booths or stuff that's open. It's just
I just
and
like
just go and trade
me
with
and
regular
you.
people.
Like, ooh,
Yeah.
I like that one. Let me get that one.
Yeah, you just go meet other people who are in the market. But like what I do for the March one, like so May is whenever I try to build up all the money I can to go buy stuff and trade stuff that I like. But March I just go with a few $100, and almost all the dealers have $1, $2, $5 boxes, and I'll rifle through every single one of them because you'll find deals in them. Like I'll go through $1 cards that I think I could sell for $10. Every now and then
so
I'll find one.
You do like that. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what
Like
you're
that's
saying.
like
I see
the
what you're
bargain
saying.
bin, or like I'll find a couple like $10 cards.
You
Like
gotta really look through them hoes.
I could grade this, and maybe by the time May comes around, I'll get it graded. I spent $10, maybe I can sell for $100. I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
Like, because they build these like dollar boxes way ahead of time, and sometimes some dude will pop off by the time that they're already in the
So
box.
something that might be worth way more than what you just think it's
Like exactly. Like last year, the one that I found the most was Jordan Poole. A lot of the people had Jordan Poole in their boxes just as a random dude because he hadn't popped off yet. And then that was whenever he came out and he started playing, and I started finding them in like a lot of dollar boxes. Like,
Draymond punched the play into him.
yeah, exactly. I was buying Jordan Poole for $3 and selling them for $50. Like no fucking problem.
Yeah.
There's a lot of NFL dudes that'll do that. Like a lot of these guys have card shops and they'll just keep them in that box, and they don't go through it. They just go, "Here's my $5 box. I'm taking this to the card show." And you go through it, and some dudes don't know what they have. Sometimes they mislabel it. Like, I found a Joe Burrow card, 2 of them, back to back last year. The dude didn't know what they were. He just put it in a $2 box, and they both sold for $25.
Wow. Okay.
So I spend basically my whole day just looking for fucking small ass deals.
Oh yeah.
Trying to
Okay.
build my money up.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Exactly. And then I'll get some stuff graded, and by the time they come back, and I made a little money off the other ones I flipped, I have a decent little stack to go in May.
Got you. You gonna take your cards with you to? Because I remember you saying something about which one was it? The Calvin Johnson one. Is that?
No, I traded that to my dad.
Oh, you traded it to your dad.
And
Okay.
he already sold it. I traded him one of Rodgers' rookies, a PSA 10, and a Jalen Hurts PSA 10. I sold the Jalen Hurts. So I still have the Rodgers.
Okay.
I'm taking Jalen Green and Joe Burrow, Zion, and one of my Tom Brady's. So those are going to go to trade, and I got a bunch of other, literally $1 to $10 cards. But sometimes you can take them to dealers and be like, hey, I'm literally selling these cards $1 a piece. Here's 30 of them. I'll even sell it for $25. And they'll be like, okay. I'm not making any money off them just sitting in my house. So
Okay.
and then they'll just put it back in their dollar bin, or they'll put it on eBay or something.
Yeah.
Like you can get really good. That's the best place to do any kind of card deals is the card show.
Okay.
Because you sell on eBay, you lose. Everybody loses money. If I take a card and I sell it on eBay, I have to pay eBay fee, and I have to pay taxes, and then the person who's buying it has to pay taxes, and they have to pay for shipping.
Okay.
So we're all both losing 15-20%.
So it's like
off
a trade day for cards.
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
But you go there and you're like, well, dude, I'll sell this to you for 80% off.
Is this the Dallas card show?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the name of it is?
Dallas card show.
Right.
it's always in the Marriott and
105.3 The Fans are gonna be there.
Yep, they are. and they got Dallas players that
I
go there.
heard him talking about it on the radio today. Yeah.
The coach off of Blue Mountain State is doing.
You're a fucking liar.
Dead serious. Dead serious.
We're gonna go.
Right?
You think that'd be there?
I don't think that one's gonna be there.
That'd be hilarious.
That's okay.
He's there. They said he's doing custom inscriptions. So if you have like something you want him to sign, he'll put whatever you want him to put on there.
Hell yeah.
They always have Rocket Ishmael's always there.
Ishmael, yeah, I know that. I heard that as well.
Patrick Mahomes' dad.
I was about to say brother.
No, there's always a bunch of people.
Hell yeah. Okay. Somebody hit it up.
So
So,
to get in.
if anybody would like to go and meet up with us, you are more than welcome to. But we most likely will be going to the Dallas Card Show in Allen at the Marriott
Marriott and Allen off of 75.
off of 75 and Stacy. Saturday. We're going Saturday and potentially Sunday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So, but that was the Equipment Shed podcast. I believe we are done, and we will see y'all next time.
Bye.